live. Pop-up
This
podcast.
is wild.
Wow,
Y'all
wow,
think, yo, nah. It's fuck, yo. This is wild.
You good?
You good?
The nigga Clay gone again.
Oh, man.
We live right now?
Yeah, we live right now.
Yeah.
And now he frozen?
Who frozen?
Dre. To
Dre's
me,
frozen.
he's
Oh,
frozen.
yeah, I don't even see him now, honestly. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, just have him jump
We
back.
apologize
Yes, he gonna
for
jump
people
back in.
this weekend.
So what do you want? You want to just go? Or what?
Yeah, let's run it. We live right now anyway.
All right. Welcome to episode 66, man. We still experiencing technical difficulties to this day,
I
you know.
think that's
But
what it is, because it's fucking episode 66. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Makes a
yeah,
lot
bro,
of
this is weird. But yeah, so we do have a guest today. We have Dre with us, but I think we're all just going through some technical difficulty stuff. So he might be here. Dre, you here?
He gonna be jumping in and out.
You can hear us? All right, we should be good. So we got Dre with us.
Right.
Luckily, we did. He pulled up. We didn't get to promote him today, but it was everything we're doing today is a little bit last minute. So
For sure.
thank you, Dre, for being with us. We'll talk after, but let's jump in it, man. So
Yeah, man.
first, everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody here? Everybody
Yeah,
present?
we
You
here.
See, you know that?
Yeah, you know.
All right, cool.
Shout out to Mood. Shout out to Papa TV. You already know. In the building.
Word.
Shout out to Freeze.
Big
Shout out
love.
to Claiborne, the MC. Shout out to my boy Jay. You already know.
Yeah, bro. You already know. Very special guest today. So we gonna get some very interesting opinions. So first, let's talk about this Elon Musk situation. This is one of those ones I didn't get to read too much about, but I did see like small little bullet points and highlights. Apparently, Elon Musk, if I'm not mistaken, he had an affair with one of his business partner's wife. If I'm not, is that how it goes? Don, I think.
He had an affair with his business partner's wife. Like his
Wow.
ex-business
And this
partner.
is coming. Yeah, like his ex-business partner. I think this is all coming up because of like some sort of court documents or something, or divorce or something like that, or.
Yes.
Dre.
What happened?
It's just like Dre's gone on my end. I don't know.
He look like he's still here to me.
I don't know. This is weird.
It's
But
doing
yeah.
that thing.
So
Y'all can hear me?
yeah. So apparently, I don't know why it's coming up exactly, but I guess it's
I don't
some
think
sort
Jay
of like some sort of like divorce proceedings or something like that. And I also saw something about his wife like begging, the business partner's wife begging for forgiveness, like on her knees and everything. Like that's kind of crazy. I don't know.
I think it was. Apparently, I heard it was Elon Musk begging for forgiveness
From the business partner?
from the business partner. Yeah, for sleeping with his wife.
Oh no, he's tripping. See, Elon Musk, he ain't
Yo, y'all can hear me?
tripping. That's not
I
you. You
can
don't
hear
do
you.
that.
I can hear you, Dre. I don't think Jay can hear you. Jump out and jump back in again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't see him or hear him. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
like. I didn't even know he was still here. Damn.
What?
Clay, was you able to see him or no?
Yeah, I was still seeing him in here.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, my bad. Yeah. So anyway, but thoughts on that. So starting with Clay, how do you feel if the story is exactly as we were told? You know what I'm saying? Like he was big. How do you feel about that? You think as a billionaire businessman, that's a man move or not?
Nah, man. I mean, I know everybody got their ways and morals, and my morals is, bro, like, if you know that that's another man's woman, bro, I'm not touching that, bro. Like, I never want to get between a relationship, especially a marriage. Business partner, ex-business partner, friend, enemy, whatever, bro. Like, I feel like that's just something you don't do, you know what I mean? So, definitely a wrong move in my opinion.
Word.
Got you. And but I mean, another thing that was making me think about is like I know like in the media. I don't know if you guys saw this whole thing that was going on at the time. I think we spoke about it, about how Elon Musk was like buying Twitter and they were in negotiations, but it seemed like apparently now Twitter's suing him for backing out of the deal or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
do y'all think it was on?
Yeah, that's my thing with Elon Musk, man. He been going through just a whole bunch of like random stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it just be making him look crazy.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, who knows? It could be a publicity stunt to make crypto numbers go down because he wants another title win.
Right.
True.
And but I mean, starting with Clay, do you think it was capped from day one as far as like him saying that he was actually trying to buy it? So you think it was just straight up like a crypto move, like him trying to build his empire type thing?
At first, I thought he was trolling to just try to get more, publicity. Like I said, in terms of trying to boost, crypto numbers and stuff. But then to actually see that the deal officially went through, I was just like, damn. Like then I started to look at it as something serious, especially when he started going on Twitter saying a bunch of like random shit to basically like show like you can say whatever you want now and you won't get Twitter jailed or Twitter banned or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. And for me, I want to ask Dre, but for me, I don't know why, but he keeps like coming in and out. I can hear you and see you now. Yeah.
You can hear him now. All right, one second.
Yeah, not you valid. Just turn your jaw sideways and you push it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like in relation to the him
Elon Musk thing? Like,
yeah.
there's 7 billion people on the planet, but you still chose your business partner's wife to fuck?
Right.
I mean, there has to be some sort of personal edge there, you know what I mean? Like, or personal appeal, you know what I'm saying? Like, they clearly knew each other, was in the same parties, seen each other. For some people, that's the thrill of it, is messing with your business, someone you know's partner. That's like they get off on that, you know what I mean?
That shit crazy.
Y'all can hear me? You can still hear me or see me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Jay, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you now.
Okay, bet. So, my bad, it cut off, so I don't know where y'all left at.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to do because, and I don't know, is it gonna cut off again because
I'm just not gonna come back in. I'm not gonna stop and come back in because it just keeps on kicking Clay out and leaving, so I guess on mine it can't be 3. I don't know if Clay could hear me too or if he can hear me.
Yeah,
but either way, I don't know. Y'all want me to just keep going and just say it or try to come?
Clay can hear you. That's the funny
thing. All right,
so yeah, go ahead.
So basically, what I was gonna say is like, it's crazy how they all fucking each other, but there's like 7 billion people on the planet. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, that's not valid at all. Like I agree with Clay. Like you messing with another man's woman. Like if you all of these things, like you feel me? That is not the move at all. So if as far as my opinion is, he is just like you said, people get off on the excitement or whatever, and that is true in a sense. But I feel like once you are a billionaire, is sex even exciting anymore? Like,
yeah, that's true.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why they have to go to those kind of extremes and do stuff like that, because he probably just so used to having like regular sex with, right? You know what I mean? Like girls that he meets or women that he meets. So it's like, damn, that probably made him feel something. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that he's sneaking behind his partner's back and she's sneaking, like, feel me? Like I feel like
you're right. I understand you from that opinion, but I mean, as far as the question goes, like the question was like, is it valid, right? Is that how, or what's the opinion?
Right.
Yeah, as far as that goes, nah, bro. It don't matter how rich you get. How first things first, you went to the extent of not even a random person. That's your business partner. You're talking about business. We're in business together. Right. So, it's not valid at all. And on top of that, I'm still stuck on there's 7 billion people on the planet. When I become a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever the most highest plan is for me, you could best believe I ain't gonna be fucking the same people that all these other billionaires is fucking. What?
I mean, I could say that, but I feel like if I'm sure Rihanna done fuck mad niggas, and if she offered me, I'm not saying no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I agree with the not messing with one dude's wife, but I wouldn't turn down a bitch just because some other billionaires fucked her. I'd be like, let me see what that's like. Let me see what that's like. That billionaire pussy.
I'm not there. I'm not. That's one thing we gonna agree to disagree on, because like I said, I'm sick of hearing the stories about other millionaires fucking like other millionaires girl. Like I know I was watching one of y'all videos on here. Y'all was doing a review on the rapper who had got killed, or y'all was doing a video on the rapper who had got killed because he was at whose girl's house or whatever. Why are you doing that, man?
Right.
Yeah, especially that. I don't understand the concept of like going because like especially if that's the home she shared with homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you go? And to the point you were so comfortable, you was like laid up in bed sleeping. Like
in homie's bed, bro. Like put you feel me? So it like to me, it even trickles down to the niggas because them niggas is not even millionaires. Them niggas is they probably got $100,000 or a few $100,000.
Yeah.
So it even trickles down to the people who are moderate, and when I say moderate, I mean under rich, like you're in the middle class. So that type of behavior is trickling down to them, and it's like, damn, you know. But I, like you said, you know, everybody got their own, you know.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think it's part of kind of like, I mean, this is a whole nother conversation, but I feel like it's part of like male culture or male, like, you know, to be like, oh yeah, I'm smashing some dude's girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, nah, you fact,
which is not a good thing, obviously.
But I heard you on that for sure. I hear what you're saying for sure. Like that's facts what you're saying, because I feel like you trying to speak on like that male that male
toxic
instinct.
Like that toxic male instinct, kind of like we just jump to that, like that's like an achievement in our world type shit.
Yeah, so, exactly. You see, you think you on a different wave. You thinking it from a way, and that's really how it be.
Facts. But yeah, since we pressed, let's move on a little bit. So let's talk about Vince McMahon and the WWE. So interesting news here is, like, I never thought that I would see the day where this was announced, but apparently Vince McMahon is retiring from the WWE.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, does anybody really retire from the WWE? Because I be seeing niggas on there from that was wrestling when I was like 6 years old,
from before
making an appearance, even if it's just for a moment.
I ain't gonna lie, like I started watching,
and he was the one who signed all the niggas who we know, like all the.
They can't hear each other. Dre can't hear Clay.
Yeah, they can't. But hold on, Dre, you still can't see or hear Clay, right?
Nah, he want me to hop back in. He got to say something.
Yeah, try, because since you can't hear him when he's talking, you can't know he's talking, so he's like, so it's like,
oh my bad.
Nah, you good. But I was saying that I've been watching WWE recently, and that shit's still lit. They still got Brock Lesnar in there. They still got a lot of people. Edge. There's still a few people from our days that's still around. A lot.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's part of my thing where I was like, yo, how, like, because I mean, even if you're tired, and I didn't read it, so I don't understand. I don't know like the certain stipulations or whatever, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be pulling the strings behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd assume.
I mean,
y'all
in a way, yeah. I mean, I feel like he would still be kind of. I mean, Stephanie McMahon probably would be the one pulling the strings for real, and I think she would hold it down.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. I don't know.
I seen something about Brock Lesnar said he out if Vince McMahon's out, and it's like, yeah.
Like, does he mean like within the WWE storyline or in like
I don't know. Nah. I think in real life, like, bro actually walked out of SmackDown like he was tight. So I'm starting to think like it's something.
Man, are you sure that wasn't a part? The way WWE is, that could have been a part of the storyline, nigga. Like,
but they. You're right.
Like, these niggas find a way to incorporate. Niggas be dying and they find a way to incorporate that into.
Niggas come back to life.
You may be right, but I only seen it in a actual report. That's why I said it. I didn't see it on the actual show. But maybe you're right. Maybe they just reported it like that. Like Brock Lesnar walked out in rage. I don't know.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the WWE is like this huge family business, and even if he's not active in it, I'm sure he'll still have some kind of presence. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for sure. I don't know, Dre. You can still see Clay or not?
Shit, hold on, Dre's back in. My bad. Hold on, I gotta get him in.
All right, got you. I'll make sure I do that. So, Clay, what you was gonna say?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, all right, Dom, what you was gonna say?
I'm getting Dre in right now. My bad. But no, other than
he's not in.
No, he's not in the feed. But other than that whole Brock Lesnar thing, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I mean, Vince McMahon, I feel like that man. I don't know how old he is, but yeah, I feel like he's been in the around the WWE or in it.
Too old, bro.
Yeah,
That
like
nigga was at
forever.
WrestleMania,
So
and Stone Cold Stunner did the stunner on him one time, and he looked so old getting stunted, bro. He looked like he shouldn't even been in the ring.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, bro. So the fact that he's retiring and like we're actually witnessing him retire is kind of wild.
They said
Like,
in
shit
Lion
crazy.
King, it's his time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably time, bro. Yeah, man.
And it's
All right, but yeah, we definitely keep it with the whole WWE. We go. Yeah, it's been a long time.
and
Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it
that.
pushing because we already have technical difficulties. So let's not drag it.
Just one thing on that, though,
Monkeypox.
real
Let's talk
quick.
about this
Dre wanted-
monkeypox thing.
Dre wanted to say one thing about
jumping
that.
into it. I don't really.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Dre wanted to say
Yeah.
one thing.
Now, what I was gonna say is that it is around that time anyway, where all our heroes and all our people who was like, you know, who was like deep with us, or they meant, you know, started something with us, whether it be WWE, whether it be Tiger Woods, whether it be, you know, I don't want to drop this in there because we all know he's guilty, but whether it be R. Kelly going to jail or whatever, it's around that time where we're gonna see all of our top people kind of fall, you know, kind of take their decline or, you know, retire or whatever it may be. But that I just wanted to say that one thing on that subject, and then, you know, we can move right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay, I mean, Jay, you can hear me?
You know what I'm saying? That's like.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, it's natural, like you said. You know, it's time.
Word. Yeah. So EJ, you had anything else or no?
No, I'm good. Y'all can we can hit the next topic.
All right, let's talk about the monkeypox real quick. So this is another thing that I did not hear that much about, but I did see in the news that they say a monkeypox is coming back, or like some, you know, obviously everyone, for better or for worse, we're all kind of adapted to this COVID scare mentality where it's like we're not really scared anymore. So, well, some people, a lot of people are still frightened very much, but but I just wanted to get y'all's opinion on that. And as for like, do you think this is real? Do you think this is another situation that they might have orchestrated? So Dre, starting with you first, what's your take on this whole monkeypox situation as it compares to COVID?
So, all right, so two things. So comparing it to, if I had to compare it to COVID, I would just say, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just like every other thing besides the COVID, like, you know, the SARS, all the stuff that we heard about, and that we, you know, we didn't really heed any of the warnings until, like, you know, they either made it worse or it really got to your next door neighbor, as close as that. But as far as what I think about it, you know, like comparing it to COVID, like I said, it's another scare, it's another thing to keep people under, you know, under a fear mentality. Because once a people is fear, once people are scared, they're easier controlled. You get me? Yeah. So if somebody tells you, hey, this is monkeypox and it's gonna, you know, if you don't take this vaccine, you're gonna get these bumps over your skin and become a, you know, fucking turn to a monkey. Everybody gonna be like, damn, I gotta go get that shit. I don't want to, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
Once you keep people in a fear mentality, they're easily controlled. So that's how I feel, how it relates to COVID. Now, how I personally feel about it is, you know, you gotta take care of yourself. If you fucking somebody who you gotta think twice and be like, you might have monkeypox. Should you really be fucking that person?
That's true.
You get me? So it's a lot of things. It's to each his own, really. You know, I don't know personally much about it, like how it spreads, or, you know, whether it be blood, you know, blood to blood or skin to skin, or I don't know what it is. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're around anybody who is showing symptoms of monkeypox or whatever, then maybe that should tell you, I can't be around you no more, fam, or I can't be giving it to you no more, or I can't be taking it from you no more. Whatever situation. However that shit's
right, because it's like a physical, like you would see it, like you can't, like, it's not like COVID where you couldn't necessarily see it. You can see it if someone has it, right?
I think it's the bumps thing, right? The bumps on your skin. Yeah. So that's my take.
And I mean, I was doing something on the computer, so I don't know if none of y'all brought it up, but I seen a lot of articles about it, and they're saying something about it being heavy in the LGBTQ community. And
oh man,
yeah. And when I seen that, you know what's funny? When I seen that, I'm like, yo, if I was in the LGBT community, like if anything was to really be offensive, this would be OD offensive because they didn't really make any sense on those reports that it's in the LGBTQ community. They really just said it because mainly the reports were they saying that it's because they were saying it's high in the LGBTQ community, but it's not a sexual transmitted disease. You can get it skin to skin contact. You know what I mean? And they said it was heavy at bars and clubs. People are getting it, and I'm like, nothing like that is like really making any sense to really just say pinpoint the LGBTQ community. So like they weren't really straightforward with what they were saying in the reports. But I thought it was funny when I seen it. I was like, that's kind of crazy that they said that.
Yeah, that's strange. All right, so let's ask Clay. Clay, what you think about all that, particularly what EJ said about it being part of the LGBTQ community?
I mean, I can't say too much about it because I haven't done enough research, to be honest. But definitely from what I'm hearing so far, it kind of makes sense in terms of, like, who's partying the most right now, I would say. And it's only because we're, like, post-COVID and everything. But this is going to be interesting, though. I honestly, I'm just hoping and knocking on wood that we don't go into another pandemic because of this shit.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like nothing to be. I feel like COVID ain't gonna repeat. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't know. I mean, by repeat, I mean I don't think there's gonna be anything that has, or that they allow to have such a major effect. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. I'm all for the conspiracies and shit, but I just don't see what America gained from this. From I don't see what America or America's people or the world even gained.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People forget that.
Go ahead.
Let me say, me or Clay?
Wait, hold on. Wait, Clay, 1 second. Let Dre go, and I'm gonna let you go
that's
after he says.
I just wanted to say that one thing that America, like the government gained from this, is the ultimate control over everyone. So that's where I feel. That's one thing that I feel like they.
But when you say, let me ask you this, right? What control did they, or what control did they gain that they did not already know that?
Control. People, but I want to say let's just call them more protective of whatever it is, their health or whatever it is. They feel the need to go and whether it be buy more cleaning products, or whether it be buy random stuff from CVS, as far as like I'm gonna just keep it at cleaning products, for example, because one thing that COVID really helped push is all the cleaning supplies. If you really realized that a lot of these companies was out of cleaning supplies for like months type shit because everybody bought them out. You feel me? Even toilet paper, shit like that, tissue, whatever it is that was dealing with that certain sickness. You get me? So when I say, when you ask what kind of control, I mean the sense of having somebody to lean on, and that being the federal like the government type shit, like, hey, I got this and you need it, so I'm gonna, whether it be sell it at a certain price or whether it be restrictions, you guys can't fly without that's control, bro. Like the control, I mean, I'm sure every half and half people wanted the place shut down and some people didn't want the place shut down for the 2020 shutdown or whatever, but nobody, it was no vote. It was just what the government controlled the shutdown and said all businesses are closed. You get me?
And that's what I'm saying. And I get, and so like, for example, your argument that about the cleaning thing is absolutely correct, because I feel like, if anything, I feel like it's possible the government might have been in cahoots with all these big companies like Johnson & Johnson, and they made a deal like, look, because they fund the government too, so they can be like, look, we can boost our money right now, get people to buy shit they don't even need, and that I agree with. The concept that the government would need to set up a situation to show that we need them, I think, is a moot point, because just like any relationship with like a parent or a child or a human and a pet, whether we admit it or not, that is our relationship with the government. Like, so automatically, none of us know anything about Western medicine or how to make it or anything like that. So automatically, what do we do?
Farm.
9 times out of 10, when you get sick, you go to the doctor, huh?
Correct. You were saying none of us know about Western medicine or farming.
Yeah, we don't. Exactly. Boom. Especially us like city folk. You know what I'm saying? They would call. We don't know nothing about that. So we automatically, whether it be because of how we was raised in the situation we was put in, we automatically are those sheep that have to look towards the government because, for example, our children ourselves, they won't know how to farm and make shit. They're going to do like us, and every time they need food, go to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? I think that becomes like a thing that gets passed down, and then your government knew that. Like, because in my opinion, what you're saying could be correct, but it's something I think they realized and knew long before COVID, that they knew, like, look, these people need us. Because one of the funny things to me about that whole COVID thing, like, as far as the skeptical people, right? And there's clearly a group of people that are specifically skeptical. Like you said, you could call them, you could say they're gullible, whatever word, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has a different thing. But cautious, yeah, let's say cautious. That's a good term. So these cautious, particularly these cautious people, right? The government like already knew they were in a situation. Like, how do you explain this? They already, when you're cautious in a certain way, you're already gonna believe certain things, if that makes sense. This is why I don't want to use the word gullible. So
that makes sense.
I don't think the government put people in a certain situation, but the cautious people before COVID, whether you was cautious or not, as soon as you got sick or even, you got a scratch, if you didn't know how to do it, it's like, all right, I'm going to my doctor. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. Whatever that, if you went into the doctor told you, look, man, drink 3 glasses of cracked eggs, and spray bleach on it, you'll be good. You're like, all right. You know what I'm saying? You'd at least give it a try. Yeah. Now, since COVID and all these conspiracy, everyone's like, oh, no, I don't trust medicine. I don't trust the doctor. Like, bro, if you've ever in your life drank Robitussin or Benadryl, you might as well have gotten the vaccine. To me, the same shit, because it's your government telling you have no proof. Because you don't know this shit. Your government through a doctor. Yep. And mind you, doctors have to be approved by the state that they got educated, and through a doctor, your state is telling you, or your government is telling you, look, what this stuff that we put on the CVS shelf, this stuff that your doctor is going to tell you
is approved.
It's approved. And mind you, what is really a FDA or whatever approval? It's niggas sitting in the office, just like me and you, in the house,
who knows,
looking at some shit. Probably didn't test it ourselves, and looking like, all right, what did they put this in it? This in it? All right, it got to be good then. Yep, that's it. So I feel like we should have been long before COVID. COVID shouldn't have been the eye opener for all of us. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like with Jay-Z with that 444 album, and I get it, it's a great album. He gives us a lot of great points. But why did we need Jay-Z to let us know that we shouldn't be spending our money on dumb shit and instead invest it in our community and our own finance and our kids and our wealth? Like, a rapper shouldn't have to tell you that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
that's just my.
A lot of people still wouldn't listen. Jay-Z put that album out. Probably, it spoke to the people who probably already understood that, but the other people, they not gonna listen. But as for the conspiracy and things like that when it comes to COVID and the monkeypox, I mean, I feel like it's somewhat there. Like, some things are like slightly there and like slightly true. Where I don't believe that, like, with the vaccine, I still don't believe that they had a full grasp on it. It was more of something that they was throwing out there. They prepared, and they prepared to the best that they could, but it wasn't like something where they're like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they didn't have it. Could be nothing. Yeah, it could be.
Let me tell you, this government is smart enough to sit in the office together and say, look, they need something. We got to give them something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That goes.
Give them something and tell them it's everything.
That goes with what I always say about the government. Like, things like this. Clay, your camera turned upside down, or I don't know what happened to your camera, but
you just touched it.
Yeah. Things like this. It's like what I say about the government is they don't do things in the benefit of the people for real. Like, the benefit of the people's health and what the people got going on. It's usually to the benefit.
There's no money in that.
Yeah, exactly. It's usually to the benefit of the government and people making money. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna tell you the flat out truth about anything.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? So
Never.
that's just how it is, and people got to understand
They
that.
can't.
Yeah.
Do you think? Let me ask you your honest opinion. Do you think, because, for example, the conspiracy about what's in that Area 51, and if the government knows about, if the government in 1950, 1960 made a full-blown deal with aliens, met aliens, whatever, do you think that they could really turn around and tell us that shit? There's people that would go ape shit if there was real proof of aliens. People that would go ape shit and lose their minds. But there's specific religions that are built on the fact that there could never be aliens.
Yeah.
What do those people do now that they find out it's really aliens?
And you got to remember, religion is a
You get what
big
I'm saying?
business, huge business. Religion is a huge business. Well, different religions, huge businesses.
Oh, way huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
huge. And one thing to say to Jay when you were asking like why, like, you know, what kind of control and all that stuff. It's not only control, but also confusion as well. So remember how I was like the control kind of makes it easier. I mean the fear kind of makes it easier to control, but the confusion within all of that too just makes it like, okay, you know what? Like we were just talking about, who the fuck knows what the FDA is really testing? Like as far as like,
who even knows what the FDA is? Who knows where they are? Who knows the requirements to get into the FDA? Niggas don't know this, but
bro,
niggas will pick up a bottle or something in the store and be like, wait, pause. Is that FDA approved? Yeah. Like, yes. What does it mean?
And then them themselves don't even know. So the confusion plus the fear plus the, you know, just all mixed into one. Like it's kind of along with what Freeze say too. Like, you feel me? Like, hey,
and when people are confused, particularly people that tend to have a follower mentality, they're looking for someone to guide them. They're looking for an answer. You know, like if you've seen the news lately in New York, they've been talking about, like, you know, particularly New York City. The governor even was saying how, you know, weed has become this big thing in New York City because it's legal now.
Yeah,
I guarantee you some of these people were people who could have smoked weed before, but now they were waiting for it to actually be quote unquote legal. They're like, oh, I can smoke now. Why did you
crazy?
Bro, you know, it's another interesting theory, and I'll say, because, you know, this, I could go on all day about this shit, but I was watching the podcast of like that dude Steve-O from Jackass, and he had his sister on there, and his family. Contrast to a lot of people believe, Steve-O was like super intelligent. His dad was a super rich, smart guy, business guy. His family's very smart. His sister's like damn near a genius. And his sister had this theory that I've come to agree with so much, is that rules and laws are specifically made. They're not really made to be followed as much as they are made to just for people who are looking for something to follow. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you're in a car and you come to a four-way intersection, right? If you someone that appreciates your life and you don't want to die, you don't need a stop sign to tell you should stop here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You would know, like, there might be a chance cars could be coming. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But then you have that group of people. You have a group of people that, regardless if an accident happens or not, they're gonna say, "But there was no sign. I didn't see a sign." You get what I'm saying? Like, there's some people in life that they need a guideline. They need a leader. They need someone to tell them this is okay to do and this is not okay to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's facts.
That's facts.
Yeah. Clay, I don't know, because I know we might not have you for the whole time. If you have anything to say real quick, I definitely want to get your opinion.
Oh, no. Y'all said everything. I said what I had to say.
Okay. All right. So let me, obviously, like I said, that whole one day we're gonna have like a big episode where we talk about all this deep shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we could go on for days.
Conspiracy episode.
Yeah, the conspiracy episode where we just talk about all that shit. But
definitely invite me to that one for sure.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Because like I said, that's why it's good to have guests like this, because it sparks so much, like, you know what I mean, so much like thought. But anyway, let's keep it light. We're gonna get a little lighter, move it on. Let's next talk about the Black Panther. This is another thing I kind of have a lot of comments about, but
man, let's not even go there. Trust me.
Over the weekend, there's a lot. But anyway, over the weekend, Comic-Con was going on in San Diego, the original Comic-Con, and Marvel and DC and all of them was out there, and they had their, you know, their halls or their presentations. And Marvel, they went ham. Like, they released info for like the next like 5-6 years of movies and stuff they got planned. The next Avengers and all that, you know.
Next Avengers, what?
Yeah. I think that the next one's supposed to come out like 2023 or 24, 25. Yeah, so but one of the main things that everyone was like, the main thing everybody wanted to see was what they were going to do or say about the Black Panther. And they released an official trailer first trailer for it, and obviously, you know, Chadwick Boseman is dead, T'Challa's not in it, and it seems that's going to be the storyline that they're going to be following within the movie. He's dead, and I guess what it looks like is they're going to be searching for a new Black Panther. Now, in my opinion, I feel like they should have just ended this. They should have just said,
yes,
you know,
bro.
We got all you niggers' money. Let's leave y'all alone. We don't need no more. But Black Panther and Disney is run by rich white Jewish men. So when you go give money to, that's where you're giving, who you're really giving your money to. So of course they're not gonna have any like pity on the Black community if they know they're gonna spend money. So just to get y'all's opinion, you know, like I said, we'll start with Clay because we haven't heard that much. What do you think? I personally, I have not seen the Black Panther to this day. It's just for a lot of reasons I'm not gonna get into. But as someone who I'd assume seen this movie and maybe even likes the character, so I don't want to say more than what I can. I want to leave it to the people who've actually seen it. What do you think they should be doing as far as this next Black Panther?
I mean, in all honesty, I hate to sound like devil's advocate, but I mean, I've really like grown to have more of like a business mindset, and even that kind of sounds bad, but like, I feel like enough time has passed since the last Black Panther movie, and I did enjoy it. It didn't feel, I didn't get like like some movies you just get that racially profiled feel from a certain movie. Like I didn't get that. If anything, it felt more celebrated, which is why I think a lot of Black.
Well, let me ask you this, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna, because I don't know if Drake could hear you or not still. So as you talk, I'm just gonna try to update what you're saying so that he knows what you're saying. If you don't mind, because I don't know if he could still. You can't see him, right, Drake, or hear him?
No, I can't see or hear him. So update if you can, please.
Okay, yeah. So what Clay is basically saying is that, you know, you kind of have to look at it from a financial point of view, although it might suck. But he's saying it has been a good amount of time since the last Black Panther, and he doesn't feel that when he watched it, there was any kind of stereotyping, or not stereotyping, but making Black people feel like isolated or trying to, like, you know, he more so feels a celebration of Black people. So, and that's what I cut him. But I'm gonna ask you something else, Clay. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. And then just to finish off what I was gonna say, I honestly feel like enough time has passed since, you know, Chadwick has passed away, you know, RIP. And I feel like, you know, if they are looking for someone else to continue that part of the franchise, they better just make sure they do it correct, because, you know, him playing T'Challa was like impeccable. You know what I'm saying? Even when I watched like Marvel's What If, and they had like Black Panther in there, and I know he did the voiceover before he passed, I believe. But like, even seeing him, it's like I expect to see him, not the person they depicted because it's based on like the comic or version of the comic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, they better get someone who like is fitting and not just someone just to do it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can hope for.
Right. And so, okay, so before I ask any questions, or before I go into Don and Dre's opinion, so Clay is basically saying now that he thinks whoever does play the next T'Challa, whoever they get, has a lot of, you know, big shoes to fill, that they got to do it right, and that's more important than, you know, the time gap or anything. And I would agree with that, but that agreement is part of the reason why I feel like they should have just dropped it, because I don't feel like they're gonna get anyone. Because, for example, first of all, there's a thing going on with Marvel right now where the fans, especially, they want to see actors they know playing characters that they know. And I feel like if they cannot get any other young Black actor that's coming up right now in Hollywood to play this character, I just don't think it's going to connect with people on screen, like whoever they put in the suit. And for what it looks like they're trying to put a woman in the suit, which, I mean, that's a whole debate on how you feel about that. But I'd assume it's going to be one of the Black women from his, you know, the tribe or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see the movie, so I don't know. Which, again, I think that's a big misstep. I don't think anybody wants to see that. But it will opening weekend bring in money, and I think that's the goal here. Before I ask Dre's opinion, Clay, I'm going to ask you real quick. You were saying that you felt that Black people were more so celebrated in that Black Panther movie. Would you say, and again, this is me just including my opinion and asking, but would you say Black people were celebrated, or Disney and Marvel's depiction of Africa or African people was celebrated in this film more?
Uh,
Because let's be clear here.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because let's be clear here, the depiction that Black Panther and Marvel and Disney gives us of black people, that is not what us black people are like. Black people are like what we look like sitting here right now. So until Disney makes a movie like that about, I personally don't take that as a celebration of black people, because I more so think it more so even pushes this. Because, for example, you'll see white people that you could tell don't like black people, don't fucking regular black people walking around with Black Panther t-shirts on. So I feel like what Disney really did is they created this specific circle of acceptable black culture to white people and other people that they accept. Because, like I said, most of us in Black America right now ain't walking around like how they walk around in Wakanda. Like, and again, Wakanda is also not even a real African.
Right.
So, yeah, and them niggas rich.
And they're rich somehow. And I think it's quite unfair that Spider-Man gets to swing around a real New York City, but Black Panther has to be in fucking Wakanda. That is not a real place. So that's just my opinion on how, as far as like, I think Disney's kind of fucking us over more than they are actually celebrating black people. But I do get what you're saying as far as like.
I don't know. Maybe it's because like I experience it in a different like atmosphere. Because here in upstate New York, like when the movie was out and even like afterwards, you know, with just going through the whole vibe of like seeing the movie and everything.
Right.
I've never ran into like any white person or white friend of mine or any group of white people that like were necessarily celebrating it, but not that they were talking bad about it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like really when the movie was out, that's why I felt like it was more of a celebration. It made black people see each other and want to be like, you know what I'm saying, and do that dumb shit.
And again, I understand that. And like as Drake can't hear, he was saying that Clay is saying that he mostly seen white people from his neighborhood and around where he lives. It's more so celebrating and even saying like, you know, it made black people want to go like this each other and stuff. Man. And that's cool. But again, this does not represent anything real in black culture.
It doesn't represent anything real. But at least for one moment in life, bro, it felt good that black people could see each other, and it was never a mean mug. It was never, oh, you looking at me too long. It was everybody's like this, trying to show each other love. It was just a reason to show a nigga love. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Can't hate on that. All right, Drake. So
that's how I look at it.
Got you. And Drake, you can just tell us off your, you know, what you have to say about the whole thing in a whole. You don't have to.
All right. So as far as my opinion,
sorry, real quick. And Clay, I know if whenever you just let us know, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you
what's the time?
I don't know. I was gonna just
10:49.
10:49.
Okay, yeah, y'all can let me know when it's like 55 before they like bum rush in and you hear mad niggas.
Got you. Go ahead, Dre.
Yeah. So as far as what both y'all are saying, I really do honestly agree with both of you guys, because first things on Clay's behalf, it is a celebration, but on your behalf, like what you're saying is valid as fuck too, because it's a fiction celebration. This is not real. Like, this is not real. This is just, but it's still a celebration. It still makes you feel good at heart, because the opening scene in Black Panther, I think it was, whichever one, what's his name?
And now remember, Drake, and while you say this, remember what you were saying earlier about controlling and confusion and how you can make people by bringing people together and making them.
That's what I'm about to lead into, because like I said, they'll give you little things here and there, because the opening scene in Black Panther, you could see when Buddy's talking about all the artwork and he's like, oh yeah, where did this come from? This, oh no, it came from Africa. Man, you stole it. So they'll give you some realness. But then, you know, they gotta fake everything else, because they don't, you know, at the end of the day, you can't keep a person in a slave mindset, but then still tell them they're kings and queens from. You can tell them they're kings and queens from Wakanda.
Yeah,
but not from
here.
And then my next point that I gotta make on this is, as far as the movie making, when it comes to that, I could really feel Clay's part, because yeah, it's a real celebration movie about black people, because it's literally there's like nowadays in this generation, there's only one or two, maybe three or four movies that are celebrating black people like that you don't see us in a lower light, in 3/5 of a man type shit, like in that type, you know, in that type of mindset. Django, all these other movies, you know, Free a Slave, they all about like slave shit, like, you feel me? Like, you're half of them. So I feel Clay, because it's a celebration. This movie is one of the first to be like, yo, you know what? We equals type stuff, and we're even, you know, we're smart, we're intelligent, we're this and that. But at the same time, Jay, you're correct. This is fake. Like, what is this? This
Yeah.
don't stand. This is not a. This is that don't that. That's not a. That's not anything that I can, get behind.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
the
movie.
fakeness is one thing, but it's the fact that like I know for a fact when cause like you said, white people or people outside of minorities will look at Black Panther and be like, okay, they're intelligent, but they don't look at us and see that. You get what I'm saying? Like they
Nah.
look at them because I would say even and I have arguments with people about this too, but between Black Panther and what's happening right now, what you're seeing with Afrobeat music, how popular it's getting, and how not being like everything Africa is a thing now. I would say this more so create a positive light for African people, like African origin
True.
people. But as
Mhm.
far as Black Americans like us or descendants of Caribbean people, I don't think it did shit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Nah.
because even at places I work, I'll see Africans will be getting along with them, but when they know you're like Black American or you're Jamaican, or whatever, it's like, nah, you're just a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You just a
you
nigga.
just that's
Hey,
what
Nah,
you
that's
know.
as
true.
far as the as far as them continuing the movie and like just in general, my whole take on Black Panther 2,
Right.
y'all took the words out of my mouth. It's really going to be hard shoes to fill for sure.
Yeah.
Secondly, definitely feel like the continuation of the celebration is good, but it's
Mm.
also detrimental to the young people's minds because, like we were just talking about, the whole control and the light that you see this in. Let me tell you one thing: the superhero movie, right? Like Captain America compared to Black Panther, right? Black Panther is a superhero all the way in Africa. Captain America is a superhero in America. They're different. Trust me, they're different in that light as well. So as far as the young people like seeing that going on, and thinking like, oh, this is what it is. This is all it is right here. Is Black Panther and this movie set. But as far as them being able to fill the shoes and continue in the movie, it's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like he was a legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
definitely.
mean, that's
Yeah, go ahead, Don. Tell us what you because we haven't heard from you. So go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So with the movie, to be real, when I watched it, I wasn't even thinking that deep, man. I kind of was just looking at it as like a movie. You feel me? Like a lot
That's
of
what they
people,
want. That's what they want.
I, I was just looking at it like a movie. I didn't really get no deep thoughts about it. I liked the movie. Honestly, it wasn't one of those movies where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this back to like again a million times, but I did like it. Um, as for the character, T'Challa, yeah, I don't think they can replace him. That's what I was thinking today because I watched the trailer today, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't.
Even the villain's like some like Mexican dude, like some Mexican Aquaman dude. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like this. Just doesn't look good, man.
I don't
It
know if
just
it
don't
can.
look
I don't know
good.
if he
Because
can be replaced. I feel like they can make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it could be that great. I don't think it's
I
gonna be
feel
that
like they
great.
should have just made because obviously you don't want to let go of the whole Wakanda thing and the whole Black Panther thing. Not because regardless of what I or anybody else thinks, money shit to the side, it's clearly been a positive impact on the Black community, right? And it has made Black people feel like they have a place in this whole Disney and MCU thing, which I'm all for. So I get not wanting to let that go, but I feel like they should have been better off just making like a Wakanda show or something with just like the characters.
True,
I
true.
just don't think they should have made a whole nother Black Panther 2 and try to fill his shoes.
well, let me say
Clay
one
is
thing to you, Jay.
10:55.
Go ahead.
Let me say one
Why?
thing. So as far as
I'ma
the
holler at y'all.
movies
Love
and
y'all.
the
Stream
thing,
hot to
the
All
y'all.
thing
right,
is,
yeah, 1 second. We go. All right, peace, Clay. We'll holler at you next time, bro.
I
Yeah,
tell
you
him I said
already know.
peace.
Much love, y'all. Stream hot to you don't know.
All right, bro.
Peace out, Clay.
All right.
You good?
All
You
right,
good,
Jay, go
Jay?
ahead.
So what I was saying is that okay, so I feel what you're saying on them not being able to fill his shoes and them not being able why did they make another movie? But put it this way, they already laid the groundwork as far as like how you said that they have the next 5-6 years planned out. They
Yeah,
already had all of that even before he died. It
right.
hit everybody, so they already had it planned out. So the thing is, it's not even maybe they didn't even have a choice because the Black Panther role, and not only like just T'Challa's role, but the Black Panther itself, the movies were a part of their phases. So it's like shit. If we take out Black Panther out of the phase 4 or phase 5 or whatever phase we're in, we're gonna have to pull 4 movies, maybe 3 movies, because he's incorporated, or she, or whoever the Black Panther, or just not just the T'Challa role, but
but the Black Panther in
in
general.
a whole. It may be in correlation with so many other movies that we already planned this out. So that's why I'm thinking that they low key didn't go the episode route. That's why they have this movie set up and maybe one more movie for him, so they could finish out their phase and then they could take it. Maybe they edited it to where this movie they finished out his phase, his part in this phase, and they're like, all right, no more Black Panther movies. But in the long run, when they made the first Black Panther and even all the Avengers and all this stuff, even the other movies that are set to come out, maybe the Black Panther in a whole is incorporated with, you get me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and I think you're absolutely correct. I think that was the plan from, because like you said, they clearly had all this planned out before homie even died.
And they
had to, the show must go on, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. I just feel like and this is not my personal opinion, but I just feel like if they go as far as to even put a woman in his shoes, I don't think that's good, especially not from the male community. I don't think that's going to do very well, but especially as far as going forward. But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, I'm also looking, right now Captain America is Black too. What's his name? Anthony Mackie. I call him Papa Doc. That's who he used to be still. But so he's taking over as Captain America, and they revealed that too yesterday. The next Captain America will be him starring as Captain America. And I think that's crazy. Cool. I think that's really good, and I think that's cool. Black man is Captain America right now, and so
that's different.
That's different, and I'm just more interested in that as a storyline as a whole. And then of course, Sam Jackson as Nick Fury and all that, and yeah. So there's a lot to look forward to. And then we got Blade, Marshall. They announced more. Blade has officially started shooting.
That Blade ain't gonna compare.
It's not, because they're not gonna make it. It's not gonna be R. It's not gonna have the blood. It's not gonna compare.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say, Rachel gonna love this question because she loved this movie, which I think this gonna have on Avatar. Avatar coming out December something.
Avatar. That's another one that
Avatar 2.
Man.
It's been to me. It's been a little bit too
long.
Not only has it been a little bit too long, but Avatar is not exactly something everyone's been like, man, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why even?
But they got the whole Avatar world. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's like Avatar heads, Avatar fans type shit.
Right, and I know for sure, like, it's that, and even that, when Disney announced they were gonna do this whole Avatar world, I just thought, like, geez, is that big enough of a franchise or a thing to commit that much to that? Star Wars world, I can understand. Toy Story Land, I can understand all of that. But
can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
What in the first Avatar, did they leave room in the end of it to say what's gonna happen in the second one, or is this second one just a whole remake?
Oh no, it's continuing. So I guess him and the girl now have a baby, right? Like they have a kid.
something like that.
Yeah.
So he stayed on the world with her or something?
Yeah. So he's fully blue and all that shit now. Yeah. And he can walk.
So he stayed on the world. And what happened to his human body?
I guess I don't know. I guess it evolved or some shit. Like.
Oh, so all right. So I guess they'll let us know all that in the second one, as far as because in the end of the first one, ain't nothing. I don't remember. I got to rewatch the end of it.
That's because they took about 15 years to make this Avatar 2.
That shit came out when niggas in high school, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, but to go back, let me go back to what you were saying, Jay, real quick on the woman. Let me tell you why I think the woman Black Panther would go so crazy and would blow the box office open too. Because just that, bro. At the end of the day, the hardest working person on this planet, personally, I'm always gonna say, is the Black woman. So if you put the Black woman in the Black Panther,
I would say our mothers, I would say,
you know what I mean. Obviously, I ain't talking about. You know who I'm not talking about.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page. Yeah.
We're valid. We're on this. Trust me. So you know what I mean. So
I know
as far as that, I'm talking about his mom, Angela Bassett, those. So as far as that's why I feel like even if they put like a young black woman in the role or whatever, it's just to show that they're putting a black woman in the role. First things first, all the women who you feel me, like they ever talk to you about superhero shit and they're like, I don't like superhero movies at all. As soon as they find out a black girl is fucking superhero,
Sure.
and you feel me? And then on top of that, the little black girls now, like we're talking about you know how the black
girls,
so even the little black girls who ain't never heard of superheroes, who all they know is Ken dolls and this and that dolls, as soon as they find out a black one is Black Panther, and like they gonna be like, wow, like, you feel me? So that's why I feel like it might blow the box office off. As far as the Avatar, what Don talking about, man, I'm lost. I don't 10 fucking years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I think it's a bit too
I
long.
feel you. I don't even like. I think I
Like
watched
12 at this point.
I think I watched it a
12
couple
years?
months back, maybe a year ago.
Niggas is dead ass gonna have to rewatch the first one.
You're gonna
to
for
really,
sure have to.
like,
Gonna have to
if
sit down for that 3 hours or however long that long ass movie
Yeah.
is.
It was like 3.5 hours.
It's like, yeah, that first one was long
Yeah,
too.
rewatch it. But nah, I mean,
I feel like it's gonna be a bust.
you
I
feel
don't
like it's
think
gonna
they
be a bust?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna hit like that.
Opening weekend, it's one of them things where like, like we said, it's been too long. But as far as opening weekend, time will be on its hand because everyone's gonna want to spend money to go see it and see what it's about and all that shit like that.
You think their fans are loyal like that?
I guess I just listen. When Disney announced they were making a whole world of this shit, I was like, I must be fucked up.
The whole world
They
be
must
like
have
a
different
virtual
numbers.
world.
I think they got the fans, bro, because like you
They
scroll
must.
down the comments of the YouTube trailer, and it's like straight fans that's been waiting years and years for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a whole like I know there's like a whole movement, like a whole like.
What is this world y'all keep talking about?
There's an Avatar world that
in Disney World, there's like a specific whole like land dedicated just to the Avatar
For
world.
rides and stuff?
Yeah, rides.
Yeah.
There's like floating rocks, all that shit.
Yeah,
like,
they blowing up. You know, once Disney get behind you, you on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was
like,
kind of lit though. I can't cap. It was kind of lit.
Yeah, I like it. I don't even like the movies, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was out there, I loved that whole entire area, like the food, the view, the aesthetic, like especially if you wanted people like into like trippy kind of aesthetics and stuff like that. It was a trip being there. Like,
so they have the world already.
Yeah, it's open. It's in Hollywood. No, it's in Animal Kingdom, right, EJ? Or
Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Rachel said she was crying when she seen the world at Disney.
Yeah, she was
It was
beautiful,
like
man.
that.
She was obsessed with that world. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a lot of, especially the practical effects and the things they achieve. You're like, yo, how did they do that?
And,
like,
and you
really
know,
crazy.
let me ask you: is Disney the one that's making the movie too?
No, from what I understand, it's still who is like Paramount or whatever. I don't know. But
Okay,
it's not a Disney. It's not a Disney movie. I guess they just I don't know, because James Avatar, who directed it, he helped Disney World build the world. So I'm assuming there must be some connection between him, Disney, and the
I was just about to say, do you know the type of promotion that Disney's doing for this? That's a lot. Like,
yeah, they're going
the
to,
whole
especially
world.
because once this movie drops, I'd say even a month or two before it drops, the crowd attendance at that world is gonna go high. It's gonna go crazy, like because people are just gonna want to go out there just to experience it and shit.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they got a deal going on or something. You said the dude who made the movie, his last name's Avatar.
I was gonna say that. Nah, I looked it up. It's James Cameron.
Yeah, I don't
James
know
Avatar like that.
James Avatar. James Cameron. He directed Titanic and he directed Terminator 2. He directed Aliens, the second Aliens movie. He's very well known director.
Damn, those are really good movies.
Yeah, he's a really good director. That's why.
So this shit might actually, I think maybe it might, because the way if Disney got a world already and it's not even out, then they have a two-way deal where it's like,
you can tell they were anticipating, like they knew, like
we gonna promote y'all until y'all get out, and then when y'all get out, everybody who saw it is gonna be like, you gonna put in your trailer, go to Disney World.
Facts, which I'm sure they will. But yeah, so we're gonna keep everybody up to date on all the MCU, Wakanda, Avatar news, which is what I'm gonna lead into my next segue into is my review of Nope. If anybody did not see my review, we'll put a link up somewhere and then you can go look at that. We're definitely gonna try to start getting more into like the movie stuff and having a separate outlet for that. But real quick, just to talk about Nope, I don't know if either of you get a chance to check it out or.
Nah, I see it. I watched the review, so I feel like I got a hand on what it was about.
I mean, check it out.
Like I said, review, like in the review itself, I say like any review you watch or whatever you read about it, I would say go into it and not knowing as much as you can. Like just go into it blindsided, and it's definitely a movie I think everyone should see because like it's not a horror movie. Like don't let people tell you, oh, it's gonna be a horror movie. Like it's not a horror movie. It's a thought-provoking movie. Like if you watch it, which if you're familiar with other Jordan Peele movies like Get Out or Us, whatever, that's his style. But I would definitely say it's a film where by the end of it, when you're watching it, you'll walk out the theater like, yo, your mind is gonna be just like spinning, bro. Like what the hell? Like, you know, even if you get a chance to watch it on bootleg, whatever, I would say, you know, just at least for the story and to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, I definitely.
And what you,
I definitely,
go ahead.
I definitely want to watch it, man, because Jordan Peele, I feel like he really impressed me with his creativity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say his movies like were like prior to this one. I'm not gonna say his movies was like every single one was like extraordinary, like the best movie ever. But like his creativity to me was like, yo, like bro, really be digging in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes up with shit that you've never seen before. It's like extremely different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I definitely watch it because I like that about his creativity.
Yeah, and this movie definitely amplifies that. Like you could tell this was his biggest budget. You could tell this was his most like.
Is it better than Get Out?
The thing is that they're so, and that's why it's like so hard to talk about this shit because
they're so different.
They're so different, and then it's like I've noticed a lot of people. If you were super extremely into Get Out, they don't really like this movie as much because this movie's message and what it is about is not as plain as Get Out. But when you watch Get Out, by the time you get to the end, you're like, okay, I get completely what the fuck I'm seeing. You know, while you still have some kind of like, what? You know what I mean? The clear message is like basically in the title almost like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
In this movie, it's like, it's not as blatant. So it's hard to say, oh, it's better than Get Out because to me, I liked it better than Get Out because it was completely different. Get Out's themes and topics are things that, you know, especially us in the Black community, we've talked about it, we've kind of joked about it, we kind of like been like, yo, what if that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Especially when it comes to like interracial dating and stuff like that and white people, and white people trying to harness the power of Black people, and you know what I mean? But
yeah,
this movie's what it's about is not something people would, especially from the Black community, would normally even like think or care about. I'd put it that way. So
yeah, no, I feel that because you know on the trailer, I think I saw some spaceship shit, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely the overall. That's like the theme and what they try to portray is like the thing of the movie. But there's like it's so much to it. Let me ask you this.
So you see how in Get Out, you see the theme he was trying to portray and what he was trying to, you know, and it turned out that some of it like is kind of true. Like you can actually be like, whoa, that's kind of true type thing. Like you feel me? Or you can even search the weirdest shit on there and you can maybe find one or two stories where it's like, oh shit, that really happened or something like that. Do you think you can kind of do the same thing with this movie Nope? Like in a sense of, hey, it's one or two things on here. Is this like kind of real? Holy shit! Or when you say it makes you think, is it like, oh shit, like wow, like that shit is like that's just happening? Or I'm hearing stories about that actually happening. Because what I'm trying to get at is that I feel like in the Get Out movie, he was on a sense of trying to warn people and wake people up. Because that was kind of the stage where niggas was just getting woke. Like it was like, oh shit, like woke is a thing. Like, oh, I need to eat better. I need to think for myself. That was around that time. And you see how he's dropping this one around this time. It's like what I'm trying to ask you, Jay, is he trying to tell us something in a sense, or is it?
Yeah, I would say definitely, because it seems he's the kind of director where he's always going to be trying to tell you something. I would say with this, what he's telling us in this is like, it's not as, you know, I just don't think Black people, specifically Black people, wouldn't care about it as much. They probably
not ready for it. We're not ready for that. Whatever he's trying to.
It's kind of like that. Like we're not ready for it to the point that it's like that it's not even kind of relevant to us because we'd be like, oh, like yeah, that's true, but at the same time, like nigga, I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like I feel like with them because everything that they're trying to tell you is facts. It's straight up facts. Yeah. And you could kind of even apply it to other things that's not exactly that thing. Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely trying to like drill something in our minds like y'all need to be kind of aware of this And not from like a government kind of conspiracy kind of view. I think he was more so doing that with the Us movie, his second movie. With this one, it's more so of how we treat certain things in our lives. We should be more conscious of. I put it to you that way.
Got you. One thing I can say about him, like I said with Jordan Peele, I feel like his first movie. Wait, was it Get Out? The first? No, Get Out was the first.
Get
one.
Out was
the first one. Yeah.
Get Out was the first one. The second one was Us.
Us. Yeah.
And this is technically the third one. I forgot the other one he had a part of, but it wasn't really like.
It was Candyman.
Candyman. Yeah. So I feel like in all these movies, like he's such a trendsetter when it comes to the culture. Like everybody says sunken place. You know what I'm saying? He kind of coined that term in a way with that movie, Sunken Place. You know what I'm saying? And Us, everybody like kind of brings up that whole scenario with Us in a lot of different situations. So I feel like the same thing is probably going to be with this movie. I'm going to watch it and see what's up, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of things just by the name Nope. Like what I got from it, I didn't even watch the movie, is how black people see things are in scary movies. Yeah. This is what I got from it when I seen the title. Black people see things in scary movies, and they say that white people will go towards it. Black people be like, nah, nope.
That is definitely a part of the theme of what, like, part of the message he's trying to send is that like clearly people who are non-white people stay out of danger better and stay safer better because there's certain things we full out will not even get into or walk toward. There's a constant theme of white people coming towards the danger and other people running away from it.
And you know what? One thing that I really like that Don said was when he brought up the coin phrase, the sunken place. Because he definitely Jordan whatever he brought that pool, is it Peele?
Peele.
Jordan Peele, he definitely brought that to light. But the way how La'Kane Kiffin, was it La'Kane Kiffin?
Who?
The actor.
Lakeith
Stanfield,
Lakeith Stanfield. The way how Lakeith Stanfield played that part when they flashed the camera, that really Jordan Peele coined that phrase. Yes, the sunken place. But Lakeith, whatever his name is, brought that to our eyes and was like, "Yo, this is what it really is, my G. Like this is what it is." And then even when I forgot the black dude I forgot his name, but who's the star of the movie? Even when he was in the chair and he was like, they was them two guys. I feel like that part of the movie, those scenes of the movie, really let you see, okay, this is what the sunken place is. He brought it to our attention. It was like, hey, sunken place.
Yeah, and that's go ahead. Finish. You finish.
Nah, you good. I was pretty much done.
Yeah, to agree with what you were saying, he kind of does the equivalent to that. And the thing that makes him such like a good director is that he can, which is so good about what you just said, because he knows how to specifically make you think something, but then he also knows how to visually execute it to make you even more uneasy about it and make you feel like, oh, like this is real. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely, with this movie, he uses very specific visual and auditorial images and sounds to make you feel like, yo, like this is uncomfortable. And like, this is something that's like, ugh, like, you know what I mean? Like you just feel uneasy about it. And through that uneasiness, you start to think about how it reflects things you've done in your life and like things you've seen like that. And you're like, yeah, that's probably, I'm lucky that shit ain't happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So,
let me ask you one last question. Yeah. Was the theater packed?
The first time I saw it, I saw it twice. The first time I saw it, it was in a smaller theater, so it was packed, but it being packed didn't really, mean nothing. But second time I saw it in IMAX, and it was pretty packed. Like it was, the movie did really well. It made a lot of money this weekend. It's #1 at the box office right now. Still.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Yeah. Shout out to my brother. Well, shout out to my boy. Shout out.
Man. And I think it's good because, we were talking about the whole Black Panther thing, and I get it, but I feel like Jordan Peele is doing this thing where he's showing like, to be included in this thing, we don't necessarily have to make black movies about black people. We could just make really great movies with black people in the because that's life. Yeah. Black people, whatever you are, you're just in life. There's not a specific section that only black people go. Black people just experience things just like everybody else. We just might react to them differently. We just might feel differently about them. And I think that's so cool that he doesn't. He makes sure he always has black actors as for sure. But on top of that, he doesn't just limit himself to like, okay, we gotta be blackity black. We gotta tell a black story. No, he's like, look, I'm gonna tell an honest story with black people, and he succeeds at that.
And that's my problem with Disney and Black Panther, bro.
Boom.
Like, why couldn't Black Panther have come in before, like in the original Avengers or some shit? Even you can even look through the comic books if people want to bring it to like comic book shit. Oh, he wasn't in the no, he was in it in the comic books regardless. So it's like, you feel me?
For sure.
So that whole, that was my whole difference on as far as like the Black Panther. I like the positivity it brings to the community, but I don't like that it is a fictional positivity. Like, it's not real. This is not real stuff. Like,
that's true.
Right.
But definitely
on that. But yeah, you know what I mean? I think, and I think that, that's with Jordan Peele too. Like, we're going to move on quickly. I know we got to end soon, but Jordan Peele too is like, he has this, he has the freedom, the creative freedom to do what he wants. Whereas, even with Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, he's a great fine director. He's fine, but he's clearly limited to whatever MCU and Disney allows him to do creatively, specifically with this character that's already like a big character. You know what I mean? And I think because, for example, Jordan Peele, he was offered the I know you guys know the movie Akira, or the anime movie with the red bike, Akira. I don't know if he was offered the chance to shoot a live action version of that, which I'm sure he would have been paid great. He would have done great at it, but he declined it because he was like, right now I'm trying to focus on original content and me making and writing and producing my own stuff.
That's lit.
And putting my stories out there. And I think that's, bro.
We gotta watch out for him, bro.
I think because that takes so much to do that, bro. To turn down however millions of dollars they would have give you to make Akira and put it out in theaters and make more money and have that on your resume. To say no to that, you know what I mean? Ryan Coogler wasn't gonna say no to that.
That's one of the Dave Chappelle shit.
Yeah, same shit. And it's like, and people, and I'm glad you said that because people don't fucking think about that, bro. Like, it takes, you might think this person is stupid, but it takes a lot, especially being a black man in this kind of combat, this culture in Hollywood, where you're already probably not given a lot of opportunities to say no.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro. And Dave Chappelle going through that and bouncing back the way he did is part of what even allows black actors now and stuff to be able to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And that's what they're
afraid of. A lot of people, and I'm glad you say that because a lot of people don't even give Dave his credit. Exactly. Dave is such a smart man that he turned down 50 million 10 years ago or whatever. But then guess what? This year he damn near made probably 150 million.
Bro, and that happened because that's life is real. All that shit is real. It's gonna come right back to you because they knew he did it. He didn't do it just because he was on some. Now I want to do it. He was like, no, this is wrong. This ain't. I want to do it like this. I don't have any
creative control.
Yeah, I don't want to do it like this. I'm not doing it without me having no type of creative control. That's you. And y'all already making money off of my work and my comedy. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's it's a big thing. And like you said, like he definitely deserves credit for that because it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to say no.
And that's why Jordan Peele is gonna, he gonna be great, bro. And we gotta really watch out for him because if he keep on, giving us these little codes or these little hints here and there, or whatever it is. Because the thing about Freeze, one thing that I wanted to say to you too, the thing about all these movies and these shows and things like that. All right, let's try to compare them to pretty much like for example, a comedy show. Mm-hmm. Most of these comedians are very intelligent and they make jokes about the real stuff. To try to get through to people. Like if you ever listen to some of Cat Williams shit or even Dave Chappelle's stand-up shit, most of his shit, like
Dave Chappelle a genius.
And even Eddie Murphy from back in the day, bro. Some of them is like they joking about real shit. Yeah. And they're just able to make jokes about it because they're labeled as comedians. You feel me? Right. So the thing about even in these movies is what I'm trying to get at right now is like there's some hidden truth in a lot of shit. Like,
that's true. That's true.
So a lot of hidden shit, bro. And again, that goes to all like we were talking about the media and control because that's what we consume. We consume the media, and that's another ironic theme of this new movie is about spectacle and how we as people and as Americans and humans, like we love spectacle, like anything that's big and anything that we could look up at and be like, oh my God, or anything that we could look at our phone and be like, oh my God, like we love that shit. And to the point, we'll risk things that shouldn't be risked and we'll sacrifice other things and animals and stuff. Like will put all this stuff into something just because if the end product is a big spectacle that I can repost, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it works. So like I said, one day we're gonna have an episode where we talk about all this kind of stuff. So you know what I mean, so that we have the time. But for the time being, we're gonna move on. Next, I'm gonna use that to segue into who was a big star, and I think the best part of this movie, Nope, was Keke Palmer. And over the weekend, since this movie's come out, a lot of people have been comparing, talking about her career because Keke's an OG. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, Keke is a fucking OG.
What?
Like
from that back in the day.
Back in the day, like you gotta keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, I know for a fact she's the only black. I know Raven was on Disney, but as far as Nickelodeon, she was the only black girl to have her own show on Nickelodeon. As far as the even black owned show in general, it was her, Keenan and Kel, Nick Cannon, Lil JJ, and Lil Romeo.
Nobody gives her credit for real.
That she deserves credit, bro. She had a successful show. She was in movies from the time before she even had her full adult teeth. She was starring in movies. You get what I'm saying?
And she didn't fuck over. You ain't never hear no crazy shit about her.
No,
going on later into life. That's what makes her shit so like.
And
so
solid. She was in a lot of movies too. Like I remember at one point it was Keke Palmer this, Keke Palmer that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything.
And she wasn't, and make no mistake, because this is what we're going to talk about, is right now a lot of people are comparing her career to Zendaya or saying like how, for positive, some worse, you know what I mean? But she got upset because she's saying I shouldn't even be compared. Comparing me to Zendaya is like comparing like Angela Bassett to me. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm OG. You don't even compare people that's new in here to the
that's
OG.
True.
Like,
that's true.
Because you're talking about she was starring opposite actors like Denzel and Forrest Whitaker, these big name actors and stuff like that. And she was holding her own at a young age. And she wasn't just making, because a popular thing right now with younger actors, they mostly make like Zendaya. She makes like teenager-y kind of young people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel like they can't even be compared, bro.
Yeah,
that's what she was saying. And a lot of people before you continue what you was gonna say, I'm gonna tell you, the angle that a lot of people are going. They're saying it's the colorism angle because Zendaya is this fair skin.
Right, but my nigga, right, and that's the thing. Anyone thinking that is dumb because right now, this is what Keke was saying too. Me and Zendaya ain't even going for the same kind of roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no colorism. Because we ain't, because like we're not even auditioning or being offered the same kind of stuff. I feel like Keke's more like a way more conscious kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like she's trying to make more adult, very like heavy movies. Whereas Zendaya right now, to her own respect,
is a teenage role.
Yeah, like teenage roles. She's more so trying to do these like young, very young woman, roles. And even acting wise, Zendaya's cool. She's great. She's a good actress. But particularly if you watch this, Keke Palmer showed emotions and range in this movie I didn't even know this girl had. You get what I'm saying? Like watching her on screen was like, it was almost shocking to see like this is the same girl who's been acting for so long, because it was like seeing a brand new fresh actress or something. You know what I mean? Like
so let me ask you. You said, well, two things. First thing is that you said she was the star of the movie.
Yes, her and Daniel Kaluuya, they play a brother and sister. So I'd say technically Daniel's like the male star, but Keke has way more lines, more work to do, more like physicality. It's more her movie.
Cool. Yeah. So she's the star. And then the second thing, the whole comparing, I feel like them two can't even be compared, because first thing, like you said, not doing the same roles, not even in the same, because what people are using to compare like Zendaya to Keke is that Euphoria role. That Euphoria role, the only reason that everybody fucks with that role is because it's just a whole bunch of drugs and sex and and money in it.
Not to throw no shade, she is a good actress in it. She's a
great actor. No, she's a great.
A lot of motion.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, like nigga, it's there's no, like, for example, if they were for whatever reason offer Keke that, I don't think Keke Palmer would have accepted that role. She'd be like, no, I'm past that. You know what I mean?
And just to show Zendaya, like, I'm not trying to show no shade either, because just to show Zendaya is like, Zendaya it was perfect for that certain role.
Boom.
That's just that's how it goes with acting. Some roles you're just perfect for. You feel me? So that's another thing where I feel like she. Well, let me ask you: was Zendaya on Disney Channel too?
Yeah, she was on
Disney
some show.
Which one?
It was Disney. It was Disney. She was on some show. That's kind of how
she had her own show. She did have her own show. Yeah, it was her own show.
She did, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I still was on Disney.
I see where everybody's coming with the comparison and stuff like that, but as far as like, as far as as far as how they're being compared is, I agree with you, bro. They're
Yeah,
not
because
doing the same
me,
roles.
if I'm Zendaya, if I'm Keke Palmer, I'm like, bro, I'm far ahead in that race. She's too behind because, for example, you can compare Keke Palmer to more the people of her generation, like Raven. She damn sure out careered
Exactly.
Megan. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
where
Like,
we need
she
to.
out there
That's
raving,
where
yeah.
she needs to
even
be at.
Megan Good, who's
Yeah.
kind of around the same age, was in movies around the same time. Megan Good ain't saying shit right now, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Keke blew her.
you know what I mean? I think in Kiki's head, she's like, bro, y'all got to be comparing me more to the people that I was running with, that was in my class. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
You know?
That's what I mean by she's not. They're not even in the same category as far as
not in the same
why
category
they
at
even
all,
being
bro.
compared. But you know what? It's you know, that's the type of, that's where we at on social media. It's all about comparison. It's all about
Yeah, bro. Everything's about comparison, man. And I think that's one of the, especially within like, you know, the black community, like doing this thing of comparing negatively or trying to pin people
what made
against
it. You know what made us go deeper into that water is the whole verses, man.
Yeah.
What a thing that was, boy. I mean, you know, everybody likes a rap battle here and there, or whatever it is. But as soon as you start calling it verses, and you know, like we
And then you
against,
see, and boom, and that's so crazy because it's like it even falls into the theme of that thing that I love that you said earlier about like how the control, because like you said, particularly with the black community, once you just put that, and you know how it's like programmed in our mind too. I was thinking too is like, when those of us who grew up playing like fighting video games and shit, what did you always see? Versus. I feel like the whole, even the word versus, I got just from like video games and seeing that. Sir, and once you see versus, you know it's on. Like, even with wrestling, WWE, The Rock versus John Cena, Triple H versus The Undertaker. Anytime you put that word versus, it's like war. You know what I mean? Like automatic. So,
and I could see,
like,
I could see why Keke Palmer probably was like, yo, feel super tried, because right now she got two big movies in theaters. She's in Lightyear and Nope. So she's probably like, yo, I'm here, I'm headlining two big movies in theaters, and y'all gonna try me with some Zendaya right now.
Instead of giving me my flowers and showing me love, y'all over here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's compare you to Zendaya.
Yeah.
And that's only just because Zendaya is like the most popular young black actress right now. Because the other ones that are known, they're like kind of known, but people don't really like. They're not a household name, I'd say.
And can I say, and see, this all goes into the like. All right, so the reason, personally, the reason that I feel like she's all the way up there is because Euphoria did so good. But the only reason that I believe that Euphoria did so good is because there's just a bunch of teenage sex, teenage
which is weird.
drug use.
Yeah, and that whole plot on that movie is that show. I remember when you said it. You're right.
Bro, there's a whole bunch of weird shit in that
shit
show.
is weird,
that's
bro.
what I'm trying to tell y'all, that like
fucking weird.
This is the weird, crazy shit that's sold to us. You feel me? Because we're
and
visual
we accept
people.
it.
So and
because
so it's
they
a whole
regurgitate what they give to us and we accept. They regurgitate it right back. We're like, oh, they like this, give them more. Up, you know what I'm saying? Up the ante.
Exactly. So one, the reason that you're afraid that the teenage sex or whatever, the fucking teenage drug use, and then just money. But if you take,
and let me ask y'all's opinion on this, because the money I get, right, like I get, but why does it seem that as adults and stuff, we're and I'm not me because I don't, but it seems that people have this obsession subconsciously with seeing young teenagers in like sexual environments or sexual situations, or why?
Yo, I thought about that shit the other day, bro. I got a real issue with that because not only that show, it's a lot of different shows, and I just realized it the other day, bro.
There's a couple of them.
I mean, because I ain't gonna cap, like the storylines be fire, the storylines be good, some of them, right? But you watching it, and then one time I was like, I'm watching, and I'm like, listen to it was All American. I don't know if you guys watch All American.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And they're talking about having sex and this, that, and the other, and it clicked real quick. I was like, hold up, these motherfuckers is in high school.
Yes, like, bro.
Freeze. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead,
and Jay,
bro.
this is going to answer your question too. It's because now on these things that we're watching and hearing and stuff, whether it be the music, whether it be whatever, we are not the target for the audience anymore, fam.
When you say we, who's we? Like
as far as when I say we, I mean everybody who is mature enough to think for themselves. Meaning that you know,
bro,
you either
you would be 9 times out of 10 of people I see hype, specifically Euphoria. It'd be like girls we went to high school and shit with, like people our age, like in their early 30s, late 20s.
That's what I'm saying. And we like, okay, so we as a whole, we're still watching this shit because it has the, you know, it has the stuff that we're used to, like as far as like, you know, when you used to watch The Wire and shit, like, you know, it has the action and the violence that we're looking for, because that's what we're used to. But as far as like, why are we seeing it as far as younger people more being portrayed in that scene, is because it's this to kind of answer Freeze's question too a little bit more. It's directed not for the 18 and up anymore. It's directed to anybody who's watching Netflix, and most of the time, or anybody who's watching their TV, and most of the time it's the younger children. You feel me?
Yeah.
So because I've been like, when I go to my mom's house and I see my younger siblings watching TV, my little cousin who's like 9, about to turn 10 or whatever, and I'm watching what she watching, and most of the shit on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, it's all sexualized, bro. It's all crazy. like love, like, oh, you're gonna fall in love with you know, like 6th graders dating and stuff. And I know the reality of it. Okay, that's
and you know, and that's crazy you said that, because you know what's the difference? When we were kids, they would portray that to us, because, like, for example, I remember when we were in middle school, we would watch like high school kids. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when we got older, like getting closer to getting to high school, we watching like college shows and kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's weird now to me. That's like, because like you said, you watch these shows where it's like they're showing 6th graders in relationships and in love, and I'm like, dude, like, what? When I was in 6th grade, I was more so still trying to watch like cartoons and shit like that. Like that wasn't really about such heavy emotional material. You know what I mean?
Let me give y'all one comparison, and I know both of y'all seen this show. All you have to do is compare any show that is out right now, like that kids are supposed to be watching right now, to Ned's Declassified.
Bro, that used to be like my guideline when I was a kid. Like, granted, it was probably half pure foolishness.
No
when
fucking
I was a kid,
cap.
I thought like, okay, this is how
it's like, about to be.
Yeah.
No cap. You compare any show to that show, you will see how drastically it has changed as far as the agenda to what should be on TV or what kids can watch. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, there's the gay guy in Light Years or whatever. Like, there, you feel me? In China, they ain't even showing some of this shit. Because of how sexualized and shit it is. They like even in the A-rap,
it's not even just sexual. It's like the young sexualization. It's like they trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do with this, but it's just all.
I don't know. And then it's like when you talk about stuff like this, people make it seem like you have like you're against, like, you know, like sexuality, open sexuality, whatever. It's like, dude, do your thing. But I just don't see the point of trying to keep stuff in this thing in kids' heads, like, oh, you need to be conscious of sex, you need to be conscious of people loving you, you need to be conscious of relationships. It's like, yo, let them be kids and figure that shit out. Like,
kids can't even be kids.
Leave that shit for Power. And shows like that. Like, I'll watch the, you know, saying Power. Like, I stopped watching All American because of that. Like, I thought about it when I'm like, bro, this is fucking weird. It didn't click for a little bit, and I'm like, hold on.
This is weird. That's the reason I didn't even watch Euphoria.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch that. I saw 3 episodes, and then I kind of caught on to, like, okay, this is about a druggie who is a 9th grade or 10th grade, and I'm like, damn, so what the fuck? And then, you know, and I fucked with the white kid who was selling her all the drugs, or who loved her or whatever, who, you know, whoever that kid is in the Euphoria. But that's the reason I didn't even get to finish the first season. I didn't even get to the 2nd season, because I'm like, the same thing you said, Freeze, why you stopped watching All American. I was like, bro, I'm not on this wavelength.
Yeah, man. I think, and it's to the point where it's like, I hate to like judge people, especially based off of what they like, what they're super into and what they watch. But like, even when I meet people now, and I meet people like, even people I know from the past, if I'm like, if you're one of them people, it's one thing if you just watch it and you watch it, but there's people, if you're one of the people like, you're like, I love this show, it's so great. I'm like, yo, I'm judging you, my nigga, because this shit is like,
you living through that shit.
Yeah, it's like niggas be like, what is your connection to this shit? Because for me to have a TV show, and not everything I watch is like, you know, something that I can do or something. There has to be some like connection to me mentally where I feel like, you know, I can relate to it or something. And like Don was saying, like, I can't. That's why I can't watch like the high schooly stuff no more. I'm like, bro, I'm far past that. I can't. connect with this and act like I care about what's the drama going on in some high school. Like,
Word, bro.
Like, you want to see some real drug addicts? Watch fucking Intervention on A&E. That's real motherfucker. Like, some real adult drug addicts whose kids is on the line type
Yo,
shit.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I've been watching Top Boy on Netflix, bruv. Top Boy is fire, bruv.
Top Boy is
Yeah,
fire.
I've heard that shit's pretty
Wait,
good.
what?
So
Are you on the new season or?
Keep it a buck. I'm
just
rewatching
started?
it. I done
Okay.
watched everything already. I'm just rewatching over and over because it's so fire. Like,
Yeah.
it's so I fuck
it's
with
a
it
fire
so
show.
much. Like,
Well,
that
shows
shit's
like
fire.
that is good. You know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah,
that,
even like I like Game of Thrones, right? Like I've to this day I've been watching it all. I don't know much about it, and I was even one of those people where I'm like, all right, y'all are hyping this shit up OD, and you know, like I said, I don't know nothing, haven't seen it, but I saw 2-3 episodes, and I could at least understand why people was going crazy over it. You get what I'm saying? Just from the episodes I saw, I was like, whoa, that's fucking intense. You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't have this super like, you know, you feel like what they're fighting for is like, okay, that's some serious shit. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have this overwhelming teenager drama-y kind of thing where it's like, dude, this is not that serious. You know what I mean? Like, because even with Euphoria, outside of Rue, who's the main Zendaya's character, outside of her drug addiction, the rest of the stuff going on with these kids is just
wild.
Yeah, it's wild teenager bullshit. And another part too is like, I just feel like I went to high school and I feel like it wasn't this like dramatically wild and crazy and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's different. It's different.
We were more focused on like trying to have a good time and like trying to party and like, you know, obviously there's gonna be like sex and stuff like that, but I don't know. Obviously they have to ham stuff up to make it appealing to certain people, but you know that is what it is. Okay, so we kind of got off topic, but we're definitely gonna keep up with everything going on with the whole Keke Palmer and Zendaya situation. I don't think any more is gonna evolve from it, but we'll let you know. So last thing we'll talk about before we close out here. I thought we were gonna talk about Kodak Black, but I think nothing has happened with him. There's been no update. We spoke about it.
Didn't the nigga get arrested again?
Yeah, we spoke to that. We spoke about that last
we spoke
week.
about it last week. I think he's just on he's on house arrest now, and he has like an ankle monitor and all that. So
that nigga got some good voodoo. Whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what this man's doing.
Whatever deal he signed with Donald, they got him.
But you know what they're saying? They're saying that, you know, he did get shot the other day, and I guess he got caught with a bunch of perks or something, and he was basically saying he has like a prescription for him since he got shot from
Oxy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay, that's different then. Okay, never mind. That's different.
Apparently, that's what they're saying. So I don't know, but
that would be the only reason. Yeah.
But anyway, before we go and leave out of here, let's talk real quick about Kid Cudi, right? So, so to explain the whole story of what happened over the weekend with Kid Cudi, Rolling Loud was this weekend in Miami. I guess Sunday night. Last night was when Future closed it out, and I think he brought out Travis Scott. Originally, for the past 8 months or so, if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be Kanye West was headlined as supposed to be closing out Saturday night. Kanye being who he is, as usual, he pulled out last minute. I think he pulled out like just this past Wednesday or Thursday. Rolling Loud had to announce. They said they begged him and they tried, but
what an asshole.
Well, I think there's reasons behind that are beyond him just being an asshole. But yeah, we'll talk about that. But so instantly they replaced him with Kid Cudi. If anyone doesn't know right now, Kid Cudi and Kanye West are not on good terms because just because of, if I'm not mistaken, this time it was just stuff that Kanye West was doing and saying that I think Kid Cudi didn't appreciate, and then I think Kanye West went on that Drink Champs.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it had something to do with Drink Champs.
Yeah, something that he said on Drink. He said a lot of things, so I don't remember specifically what he said that pissed Kid Cudi off. But Kid Cudi went on to say that basically doing the whole you ain't really doing nothing for me bullshit. Yeah, so Kid Cudi made that very clear, and so Rolling Loud instantly replaced Kanye West with Kid Cudi. Obviously, there's still going to be people here that were intending on seeing Kanye West. And Rolling Loud said, we ain't giving no refunds for anybody that want to see Kanye West. So either make it or don't. You ain't getting your money back. Damn. And so midway through Kid Cudi's performance, a couple people started throwing stuff at him, throwing bottles and throwing all types of shit at him. And I'm assuming this had to have been the group of people that were expecting to see, wanted to see Kanye West. And he ended his set short. So, and which we'll talk about this in a little bit, but later on, actually kind of during the same moment on a separate stage, Kanye West shows up for Lil Durk's set and performs like 2-3 songs, I think, for Lil Durk, and then leaves. So with that, what I came to the conclusion of was that I don't think it was so much that Kanye West wanted to just be a dick and not show up, because clearly he was capable of showing up, because he did, and he was clearly in Miami because he came to Lil Durk's set. Mm-hmm. But I think he maybe wanted to do or have like a set design or do some things that maybe Rolling Loud wasn't going to allow him to do. And with Kanye, it's usually all or nothing. So I assume whatever negotiations went south and he was like, I'm not doing it. Or he just didn't want to be bothered, because Kanye West is not the kind of guy who's going to just want to walk out on a Rolling Loud stage and do a performance and leave. You know what I mean? He's going to want to have a whole like set pieces and all types of shit and extra people and all that. So, I'm assuming that's what went down. A lot of people are saying they're upset. Like you said, that they think Kanye West did this intentionally. A lot of people are also saying that they don't feel people should have been throwing stuff at Kid Cudi, which I agree with. But I also think that Kid Cudi should have known that, like, Kid Cudi needs to, like, people who have been put in a position of power or been in a position of fame and money by someone else needs to understand that something that's going to come with that is that some people are never going to appreciate you more than the person that put you in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, There's some people who are never going to appreciate Eminem more than they appreciate Dr. Dre. There's some people who are never going to appreciate the Game more than they appreciate 50 Cent. Some people are never going to appreciate Baby more than Lil Wayne. Not going to appreciate Drake more than that's someone. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just part of the deal. Yeah. And I think Kid Cudi right now has this whole thing where he's a little big-headed and he's thinking, like, you know, because shit is going well for him and that you know,
shit's going well for him. Like, what really is going well for him? Like,
well, I mean, compared to how because you got to remember during that whole time period where he took an extended time off, he was going through a lot of stuff mentally and like, with his like personal life and his family and his daughter and a lot of stuff just wasn't going right.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You think that he got paid before or after his set?
Oh, before. What you think?
Oh,
nigga?
Okay. Say less.
Come on.
I already know what I'm finna say then.
Come on. You think a nigga like Kid Cudi ain't hitting the niggas like Kid Cudi, like Dave Chappelle, they get paid for the attempt. Okay, at
exactly.
That point, like, this don't gotta be successful. You paying me just to even be on this stage. So
exactly.
And mind you, he performed, and it's not his fault. People started throwing shit, and no one is gonna wrong you for walking off of a stage that people are throwing bottles at you and shit.
Exactly.
So he still got that bag. That's why I'm sure when he walked off, he's like, okay.
I think it's definitely a little bit of what you said too, and a part of him. I already got my bag, so I'm gone. So like, I think definitely the people are. What did you say? People are not going to appreciate you as much as the person who put you in power. Sometimes,
especially when y'all are at odds. If it comes to the point where y'all are at odds with each other and you're talking shit,
and I got to pick sides.
Yeah, and exactly. Yeah, it's not
my thing is with this situation, like who decided to put Kid Cudi in Kanye's place?
And Freeze,
that's the crazy part.
That's be rolling out. I'm sure.
That's why I feel like Kanye stepping away and being like, "Oh, I'm pulling out." I feel like it was just a dick move. He just wanted to be a bitch. So then, in return, the Rolling Loud managers was like, "Oh, you want to be a bitch, my nigga?"
That makes sense.
That would put Cudi on there. And then But one last thing, and then since Kanye always wants to have the last word and that's
why he came out for it.
He's gonna say, "Oh, you think you could take me out of this? I can still come to your show and perform with somebody else and do this because I'm Kanye West." So I feel like it's just titter tack back and forth. And
then but I would say I don't think Kanye West is wrong for doing that. Why?
He ain't wrong.
He's not wrong.
Why would you go?
It is funny.
If I'm telling you. Especially, you know, this person is out here dissing me, saying all type of dumb shit, and I put this man on. Why would you come and instantly put him in my place? Furthermore, why would he accept? Because as wrong as it was for Rolling Loud to go to Kid Cudi instantly, Kid Cudi should have been like, "Yo, that's not a good look." Because I already know why the only reason why you're even approaching me about this is because we're beefing out, and that's just gonna look weird. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Like, I feel like I would have done the same shit. Like, if you are a dominant person, you have to assert dominance. When other people do this, no one complains. When Kanye West does it, everyone is up in arms. You have to assert dominance. It's been a known thing that even at that Super Bowl performance between Dr. Dre and I think 50 Cent, they both made sure the Game was not a part of that because the Game for a long time has been sidestepping and saying stupid shit about Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and all them people.
Yeah.
So obviously, nigga, the people, when Dr. Dre, Eminem, and 50 Cent morphed your career, we're not gonna show no respect to you, nigga. We're gonna come on the stage and bring everybody but you on this motherfucker and show you how little you mean. When I've heard from reports I saw, the minute Kanye West hit Dirk's stage, people ran from Kid Cudi set to Lil Durk's just to watch Kanye West perform 2 songs.
And it was on the same. It was
wait. That's the person who matters more.
It was
and
at the same time.
More, you know,
the sets were at the same time.
They kind of went because technically, yeah. Because if Kid Cudi had not walked off, they would have been going on at the same time. But Kid Cudi walked off, and then right when he walked off is when Lil Durk brought out Kanye West on his shit.
And you see, the thing is, I don't think Kanye is wrong. Like, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think Kid Cudi's wrong either, because money's money.
I would say he is. I would say he is. Money is not money. You have to remember, bro. Respect is a thing. But
let me clarify.
No matter what you want to say, you have to show respect for the people. When Kid Cudi was found by Kanye West, Kid Cudi didn't have shit. Same with Big Sean. Big Sean rapped to Kanye West in a hallway. You know how much niggas have rapped to Jay-Z and he walked right past them and did not do the shit for their career?
That's true.
But listen,
the man deserves credit for that.
But listen though, Cudi already said, like, before all of this stuff, Cudi been said, I'm not fucking with you, Kanye. I don't respect you, Kanye. Like,
no, that's not how that went. That's not how that went. That's not how that went. You have to think back up until even the Donda album. Kid Cudi's on that album. He was on there knowingly and gave permission. He did not have problems with Kanye West until Kanye West went into that interview where he was saying that him and Big Sean, and Kanye West was not saying.
That's what I'm saying. Right after that, Kid Cudi was like, bro, I don't fuck with you.
Right, but Kid Cudi is dumb because, like I said, if you have to have intelligence.
But let me clarify real quick, bro. We not talking about who's dumb and who's smart. We talking about, at the end of the day, who is doing what. So the reason that Kid Cudi took his spot with no remorse is because he already voiced and already said out loud, I'm not fucking with Kanye no more. So it doesn't really matter to me whether Kanye had the spot or didn't have the spot. If you need somebody, I'm here. That's like the sixth man, the sixth man on a basketball team waiting to hit the game-winning shot. If you need him, he's there. He gonna hit that shot.
I can't agree because that's the same team at the same time.
It's just opinions, bro. It's not agreeing. It's just opinions.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I would say that I would disagree with the opinion because a sixth man on your team that's on your team, my nigga, like that, like
not on his team, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Especially at this point. But forget even the who's on whose team now. If and this is not what happened, obviously, but if Kobe Bryant was responsible in any way for LeBron James getting in the NBA and being successful, even if LeBron James surpassed Kobe Bryant. Imagine if Kobe Bryant was alive, they want to do some shit, and niggas say, "Oh, here, take Kobe Bryant. LeBron, you put on Kobe's jersey," and he'd be like, "Nah, bro.
You compare it. That's not comparable.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit in the art of it. Yes,
it ain't, bro.
Yes,
Come on,
it is,
Kobe's
bro.
dead. R.I.P.
All right, bro. You somebody who's not dead. Fucking whoever, whatever. NBA
You can't do that because I've already voiced and said to you, I don't care if you put me on, bro. I don't fuck with your stupid, crazy bullshit that you're doing.
All right, that's not the point, though. The point is that
what's the reason they beefing anyway? I don't even know. Like,
nigga, they're not even really beefing. Kid Cudi's being a bitch. There's a difference between beefing. If someone who puts you on, this is a man. This ain't no little boy. This ain't your equivalent. This is a nigga that got you and your mama and your family, and everybody, your brothers and sisters, everybody out of poverty. And the man did not go on a camera and condemn you. He didn't say you should die. He didn't put you down. All the nigga was saying was that from the group that I had built during that good music time, I wish some of them niggas would still at least have my back and be part of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, oh, I'm famous now, I don't need this nigga, let me go about my business. That's all he was saying. He might have worded this very stupidly because he's
very
Kanye
different
West.
and very stupid. I'm gonna tell you, Freeze, you probably need to just go and watch what he actually said.
I kind of
he's being a little bit modest.
I kind of remember,
a little modest.
But I feel like he tried Big Sean way more than
He tried
Big
Sean
Kid
way more. And even Big Sean didn't make he made a big said what he said, but they still, he told us, I don't have no beef with this man. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no problem. Kid Cudi, why Kid Cudi? Listen,
bro, I'm gonna tell you why. You said the reason already. What did he take off all of this time for?
Mental stuff. And during this time period, but listen to this, and this is the type of person that Kid Cudi is. When Kid Cudi was going through this mental shit, and everyone, Kanye West, other people, his fans on his side, Drake publicly went on Twitter and said some shit like, Kid Cudi, shut up, you need a hug, you crazy, dissed him. Drake has now and Kid Cudi have officially made up and been friends and have made music and shit together. If someone who wasn't even your man's like that, didn't put you on, he did not have you under his wing, didn't care about you mentally, went on to even publicly disgrace you on a public platform where people saw that shit and disgraced your mental health and said you did not matter, you was not important right now. How are you as a person more capable of understanding that person's plight and squashing shit with them, but you're going so far as to with Kanye West? Oh, Pusha T went into an interview. He has a song on his new album with Kid Cudi and Kanye West. Pusha T went on an interview and had to say, like, he had to literally beg Kid Cudi to give permission to allow that song to be put out. That is a bitch ass move. It's a fucking song, dog. Where the nigga is not talking about you, nothing. It's a song that we put together. And this is Pusha T's song, not even Kanye West's song. After the song is released, Kid Cudi goes out of his way to go on Instagram and state, just so everyone knows, I gave the song that I made with Kanye and Pusha T, we made while we and him were still friends. I do not like Kanye West. What is you doing all this for, bro? You're a grown-ass man. The man said one thing about you, what he said in the interview, and he has not said shit since. He hasn't made a big thing of it. Kid Cudi is choosing every chance he gets to, I'm going to make this. That's why he got that damn bottle thrown in his face. Because people know, why are you acting like a bitch? People can say whatever they want about Kanye West, bro, if you can. But at the end of the day, you cannot deny greatness. You can't deny dominance. Kid Cudi is here. Kanye West is up here. Just like Drake is here, and even if Drake musically surpasses Lil Wayne, you cannot forget about what Lil Wayne did. You cannot forget that in 2008, everyone was driving around in cars only listening to Lil Wayne mixtapes. No matter what Lil Wayne does, whatever he says, whatever how he flips it, look at Birdman. Birdman does not pay Lil Wayne. Him and Lil Wayne had beef at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, when that whole shit was going on. But Lil Wayne realizes, like, bro, I owe my life to this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Niggas like Kid Cudi will never understand that. And I think that's the point. Granted, yes, Kanye West, say what you want. He's stupid. He's crazy. He's out of control. He's, emotional, whatever. Don't got nothing to do with his professional relationship with his employee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, is he still signed to Kanye?
No, nobody is. Good music, and that's another thing people are like, like, good music is not a thing anymore, and especially not as far as like being a group. You know what I'm saying? Not no real group. He's clearly at the point where he's just trying to use certain artists that he respects still to help him musically. But I feel like he don't owe them niggas nothing, bro. He gave them niggas career. Name me 2 niggas in Future's free band shit. Name me 4 niggas out of Gucci's 1017 shit. Name me 3 rappers besides Gunna that's in Young Thug's YSL shit, bro. Name me I can name you mad groups right now where niggas do not put on these quote unquote groups that they claim that they have. Kanye West is one of the artists where he tried. He at least tried. I think him and 50 Cent are probably the 2 most rappers, out of the 90s that I've seen actually try to put forward the niggas on their label without just using them as props in the background.
Yeah. Well, and Jay-Z too.
And Jay-Z, yeah, with Rockefeller during like the whole, and then same with Good Music and Rockefeller. I think Jay-Z just realized like, yeah, this thing ain't really a thing no more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just do my thing. I'm not gonna exactly disown them, but I'm not, because all that Jay-Z went on radio and said shit about Cam and them and all them other niggas and Lil Petey Pablo and all the niggas, whoever was signed to Rockefeller, where he thought. And I think you should be allowed to do that. If you owned a whole label that at one point was a conglomerate and had mad successful artists, you should be allowed to say, all right, this person did this wrong. We should have done this better with that. I wish he had done this. You know what I'm saying? That's all he was saying. That's all he was saying. He said it wrong because he was drinking and he was high and he's Kanye West anyway. So he's going to always say some dumb shit. But I don't think
let me ask you, if Kanye is allowed, if you're allowed to do that, you're allowed to say that stuff. Shouldn't Cudi and Big Sean be allowed to be like, all right,
no, that's what you're not getting my point, my brother.
You're not even letting me finish, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I see the type of mindset you in that.
No, there's no mindset, bro. If you want to consider the mindset, I have respect. I have a father, right? My father.
Whoa, that boy said Kid Cudi. That boy said Kanye West is Kid Cudi's father.
He basically is. Kid Cudi don't know his daddy, and Kid Cudi's father ain't never did. If someone put food on your plate, all right, bro. All right, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone has different opinions.
I see what you. I hear what you're saying.
If your own daddy ain't never did shit for you, and this man did that, why you think Kodak Black has been on record?
I'm dead right now.
Wait, Kodak. No, you're right. Who Kodak said? He said, what Kodak say about Donald Trump in the last one? He said, was it Donald Trump? It was somebody's. I forgot who it was. Nah, but I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. But if I was Kid Cudi, would I go on that stage? I mean, it depends. In Kid Cudi's situation, he don't got no real deal reason to really be disrespecting Kanye West. Like in my opinion, you know what I'm saying?
But is it disrespect because I took the set? This is my
Yes,
job.
nigga, it is because that was the nigga. They especially
I
you
say
yourself
kinda.
stated they only did it because they thought Kanye was acting funny, so they went to the next immediate person that would be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That would be controversial, but also might draw a crowd. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
If it'd be different if Rolling Loud came to him and said, look, we're gonna have you do a whole different set. You're gonna do some Sunday night, whatever. They made him directly replace the man's set in the matter of a day of him canceling. That's blatant disrespect, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's especially within the world of what we're talking about here. That's disrespect.
If he wanted to make if he wanted to do a fire move, right? Instead of taking it, he you know how people get on Twitter all the time. He probably could have been like, "Hey, I just got asked to do Rolling Out and take Kanye's spot. I didn't take it, but I still don't fuck with Kanye right now because of his actions."
Even that would have made more.
I feel like
sense.
that'll be better, but taking that
because
like,
for me, even if I'm Kid Cudi, I'll be like, nah, nigga, I do my own shit. Y'all don't call me just because you want a replacement for this nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, call me when you want me to do my own shit. And you know what I mean? Like,
All right, so I think I got two things, right? I think that as far as Kanye, right? I think before we even move any further on the subject, we need to actually figure out why he was pulled from it. As far as if it was, the exact reason, like was it Kanye himself that said, "Oh, I need these stages set this way. If you can't do it, I'm not there." Or was it Rolling Loud? We need to figure out like what's the origin of that. The second thing is, I think that the reason that I don't think Cudi is wrong, and believe me, I don't even fuck with Cudi like that. Like I don't even know the only song that I know.
You just hate Kanye West. When people hate Kanye West,
I
it's
don't
easier for them.
I don't even hate Kanye either, bro. I just know day and night from Cudi, and as far as Kanye, I don't have no hate for him at all. I just think that as far as pulling from the set like 3 days before the thing, just because it's not a Kanye West show or whatever, if you agreed to it 3 months in advance, and you knew you was gonna pull out, but you didn't know you was gonna pull out until 3 days before the show, I feel like whatever bullshit is supposed to come for you is supposed to come for you. Whether it be your man's doing your show or your or the guy who you thought or whatever, the dude who you beefing with or y'all was friends or wasn't friends. I don't know their situation. If that's what's supposed to come, that's what's supposed to come because you pulling from the shit. You fucking everybody money up now. So it's not that I hate him. It's just that you really fucking a lot of people's money up because you're rich. But everybody else is still trying to get this hustle. You feel me?
I don't think he fucked nobody's money up because, like I said, Rolling Loud didn't refund nobody's ticket. So Rolling Loud got only bag he fucked up is his own bag.
Nobody.
He might have not fucked up no money, but like damn, the reliability of Rolling Loud now. Look at how I'm gonna look at it now is damn. Y'all said Kanye was gonna be there and Kanye wasn't there. What the fuck? Y'all brought Cudi? Come on,
But for
y'all.
the record, that's how like everybody for the most part knows that was because Kanye West is a wishy-washy kind of person. Because from when he announced it, I'm like, bro, Rolling Loud ain't the type of Kanye West don't even do Coachella no more. So it's like Rolling Loud ain't the kind of festival. He was just hyped because I think it was last year when he came out during Future's set at one of them or something like that. And that's when him and Future made the whole thing of like, yeah, I'm a headline the next Rolling Loud. And Rolling Loud believed this nigga. And I don't know if they signed contracts or whatever.
And that's just fucked up. Even if they signed the contracts, that's even worse, bro. You feel me? You got me.
Yeah, which I'm sure they probably did.
Last thing though, the second thing on Cudi is the reason that I don't think that it was such a low blow is because I don't think Cudi is having that many shows, first of all. And I think off of these rappers, I don't think you get paid a lot of your deal. I think you eat mostly off of like if you do a concert or if you do like a walkthrough or something, your deal might give you some money, but it's just like money to make more money, right? Freeze, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
In a sense, right? Or in some kind of sense. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is that doing shows is how I make my money as well. Like how I gotta make some type of money. I can't remember the last time Cudi had a tour or had anything or had a show or whatever. So, it might have been a low blow to some people as well. Like, oh, I'm a low blow Kanye, but it also could have been a stepping stone for him to try to get back on the road, to try to get back to his tour And yeah, people throwing the water bottles at him definitely fucked that all the way up because you saw how mad he got or whatever, and he like stormed off the stage. But in some sense, even his AR team or maybe his promotional team, they were probably thinking like, yeah, it may be a low blow, but what sells now? Confrontation. What else do we need right now? We maybe need you back on the road, Cudi, because your money's kind of low, getting low, and we maybe need you to like give a good show or do some type of show us that you can do shows still, so that way we can get you booked. So I understand, because it is like I said, I don't got no hate for Kanye. I just look at money nowadays, and I look at like how like certain things, like how certain things work out. And at the end of the day, maybe there was no money lost out of the Rolling Loud people, because like you said, they ain't give no refunds or nothing. But I feel like what was lost is probably some of the really, really good, loyal fans who are like, I fuck with Rolling Loud. But now, me personally, because I used to say Rolling Loud's that shit. But this is the first time they ever had somebody and lost them. You get me? Like they had somebody booked out and then they really didn't show up or they didn't get to go. The only other time I think was when Juice WRLD died, and that's a death, so that's different. And the other time I think is when somebody had got locked up. I think it was Kodak actually. Kodak had got locked up for the first time before Donald Trump freed him or whatever. And I think those are the only two times that Rolling Loud itself has not delivered on who they were.
Let me ask you this though: do you think that there's not how you say this? Do you believe that there's a level that you can get to where shit like that doesn't even have to matter to you? Do you think that that's possible?
Like shit like what? Like
for example, because this is how I look at it, right? While what you're saying is right, if it's put the money to the side, he might have just fucked up people's opinions and respect for Rolling Loud as far as being on point. I feel like there's certain people where it's like that's not even like, because for example,
but what are you asking when you say this shit matter like that? To what?
Yeah, that's what. So like for example, Rolling Loud would never get no attention from Jay-Z. Like I don't think Jay-Z would ever headline a Rolling Loud because he's just not even headlining nothing like that. Like
nothing, nothing really.
If he did give it attention, right? Because if you look at some shit, it's like some people are like big to the point they're almost physically big. They're like gods metaphorically to people, right? Mm-hmm. And I think there's some things that are so small that are just in the palm of their hands. They just don't give a fuck if they just drop it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I feel like Kanye West is one of those people who deserves and is at that point. That's why I said if Kanye West even said to me, "I'm Rolling Loud," and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it," I'm not taking that as word, as like written in law. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas were on Twitter arguing. People were saying to them, Kanye West is not going to do y'all show. He's going to pull out. I guarantee that. No, we'll swear to God, we'll do this, that. We'll prove to you. And what happened? The nigga pulled out.
Well, if you asking, do I think shit like that matters to Kanye? No, I don't think it does at all.
So do you not think that's part of not even the reason, but to Kanye, Rolling Loud is like having a shift at McDonald's. One shift.
Yeah,
that you're responsible for.
Yeah, I don't think
that, like,
it doesn't really matter to him. No, what I think though, let me ask you this now, and you could just answer yes or no. Do you or whichever one you think? Do you think Kanye lost fans or Rolling fans lost fans?
Oh, I don't think. To be
honest,
what'd
you say, Freeze?
You said Rolling fans, but I was just correcting.
Rolling Loud, my bad. Do you think Rolling Loud lost fans, or do you think Kanye lost?
I would say neither. I would say the people that were the like. Because another thing people need to understand, Kanye West fans right now are split between like people that are fans of him and his creativity and all that, and then like a cult, right?
Well, let me ask you a deeper question. Do you think Rolling Loud fans were upset or Kanye West fans were upset?
That's what I was about to say. I think not even just Kanye West fans. I think the cult, because there's plenty of people that probably got a ticket for Kanye. Was like, all right.
For Kanye, right? Okay, right. So do you think they were upset?
Yeah, clearly. I think that's what influenced the throwing the bottles at Cudi, because they're like, look, not only do I'm not going to see Kanye, but you're forcing me to be here because you wouldn't refund my fucking ticket. So, I mean, granted, no one forced them to come.
So do you think that's Rolling Loud's fault or Kanye's fault?
Nope. I don't think it's either one's fault. Because the funny thing is, the same people, if you would sit here and say that the Utopia shit is not Travis Scott's fault, how is this Kanye West's fault?
Nah, bro. Let me tell you one thing, bro. Let's stop like comparing. Let's just focus on what like this that's happening. Because every time you compare and do stuff, it just brings in a whole bunch of like different
But it's the
types of.
truth, my brother. There's
Let
people
me
that will
finish,
look at me
though.
dead in my eye and say, "Oh, Travis
Let me
Scott is
finish,
not
bro.
responsible for Utopia." So
Let me finish, bro. When you start comparing and doing all that, it brings in a whole bunch of different scenarios. And a
what's wrong with
scenario.
that?
Let me finish, my boy. God damn. A scenario is something that could have happened but didn't happen. That's why we trying to speak on factual things that
But
did
Utopia
happen.
with Travis Scott did happen.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that every time you compare like things like that, you're bringing into scenarios a lot. You're opening doors for like 30 different scenarios of what could have happened but didn't happen. Is what I'm saying. So if we just focus on like as far as like the question like about like the Rolling Loud set, you feel me? That way. Because when I asked the question, what did you compare to? The Travis Scott, all them niggas
Yes,
dying
you're
and shit?
saying, do I think it was Kanye? Can I say it was Kanye West's fault that?
No, I'm just asking. Was it Kanye? Do you think it was Kanye's fault that those fans were upset, or do you think it was Rolling Loud's fault that those fans were upset? You said both of them, I think.
I think it was Rolling Louds because I feel like if they were at least allowing people to get their money back, I don't think them bottles would have been thrown. That's my opinion.
With that, I mean, it depends. It really depends. To me, it really depends on why Kanye pulled out the show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's really all it boils down to.
Because a normal artist right now, like, because Kanye, like you said, Kanye kind of on a different level. Like, Kanye can lose some fans and it really don't matter. Like, he don't give a fuck. He can lose that whole.
Shit.
He can lose that whole section of Rolling Loud fans that came to see him, and it would not dent in his fandom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, in a way, he knows that people knew he was gonna be at Rolling Loud. He knows that they had the flyer out. So like, him pulling out last minute and didn't even say nothing about it, that is kind of like disrespect to your fans. A lot of people been like, hey, listen, I couldn't do Rolling Loud because of
this is the thing that I don't understand, my nigga.
Yeah.
If y'all niggas understand, people that are Kanye West's fans, especially if you're a real fan, not just one of the people that judge him when he's in the media, they know this is how the nigga is. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's
even me myself. From the minute I saw Kanye West's name on that headliner, bro, I was like, he's not gonna do that shit.
But that's the thing. Not all fans is thinking like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He could lose. I mean,
that.
I don't know if he did lose any fans. You know what I'm saying? But if he did, it's not gonna put a dent in his fandom.
Yeah, and it's not people that really are fans of him anyway. Because like I said, if you was a real fan of him, you would know not only was this nigga not gonna be there, but him just not being there is not something that would be like, oh, I'm not gonna be. I can see why they were mad, but I don't think a Kanye West fan would be completely lost just because he wasn't at Rolling Loud. Like, my nigga, he has other shit you can see him at. He has clothes you can buy, sneakers you can buy. He's gonna go on tour soon, eventually, because like Dre said, these niggas need tour. Like, they have to. They can't just make money off of just selling records. And he, so, and even if he's not doing terrible right now, but I'd assume he still needs money and income as far as like coming in. So I don't think.
So as far as both of y'all though, y'all don't. As far as which fans do you think he lost? Which fans do you think were lost? Rolling Loud or Kanye's? Y'all gonna say Jay? You said Rolling Loud, right?
Yeah, because I feel like maybe just the people that would be mad at them for not getting their money back. That's it. Because not everybody came there to see Kanye fucking West. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And the point that you on top of that is, I like how you said that, because on top of the fans, not like, first of all, if you're a real Kanye fan, for example, like most of the fans that went there to see Kanye, they probably only went to see Kanye, and they're like, okay, damn,
it's like a double,
like
killing 2-3 birds with one stone.
I get to see all these other artists. All right, bet I'm finna, I'm gonna go. So they're probably not all the way Kanye fans. So that's definitely true. Like, they going for more incentive. And as far as
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as far as which fans do you think were lost? Were the Rolling Loud fans lost, or were the Kanye fans lost? I just wanted to see but you could finish saying what you was gonna say after that.
No, go ahead, EJ.
What were you saying, bro?
I was saying, which fans do you think were lost because of him not being able to show to the set? The Rolling Loud fans or Kanye?
If there was any fans lost at all, I don't think it'll be Rolling Loud. I think it'll be more of like Kanye fans, but not like Jason. I don't think like super fans. Maybe those who like, you know what I'm saying, fuck with Kanye and then he don't show up and like, damn, man, this is like the 5th time, or you know what I'm saying, I fuck with Kanye because of this situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that Kanye shit type shit, you know what I'm saying? But If like real deal fans, maybe they probably like like Jay said, like I knew he wasn't gonna show up anyway. Like they know the pattern of Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
There's
once
no
you get to
pattern.
that real
That's
deal
the thing.
fan,
Like
Yeah,
his
they
pattern
know.
is not having a pattern.
Yeah,
and
And
once
that's
you
why
get to
I
that
knew when he
real
announced it, because I'm like, bro, that's so they announced this like 8 months ago. I'm like, that's so far into the future. Kanye West will say something today and tomorrow it will not be that thing that he said. You can't, someone like that, you can't pinpoint them to be at something 9 months in the future and do a whole set. Like the fact they even believed that was gonna be possible. When I was at this something in the water, Tyler the Creator's set was supposed to start at 11. We waited an hour in front of that stage for him to show up just so niggas could set up some mountain prop that he wanted to stand on.
bro,
Those are the kind
that's
of
that
people that
God
Kanye.
level.
These are the generation that Kanye West and Pharrell and them niggas have inspired. Them type of niggas. If that was some other rappers, that was Lil Baby or whoever, you think he would have? You'd be like, nigga, I'll get on the stage right now. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Tyler the Creator would not touch the stage until them niggas built this green mountain thing just for him to stand up on top of. And he was standing right there, but clearly he would not come out till it was done. Them is the
That's
kind of
that
people
God
who,
level shit.
that's what I'm
God
saying. There's
level.
the people that them, they're like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no crowd out there who I'm gonna quote unquote lose. You know what I'm saying? Because my art is more important. At the end of the day, they know Kanye West fans are just as wishy-washy as him. They'll today be like, oh, fuck Kanye West, and then tomorrow, oh man, this is the best shit ever, and they'll buy some Yeezys. That's just like we were talking about control, mind control. Once the controller knows they are in control, they can do whatever they want. It don't matter. There's people who have kidnapped people, kidnapped them. You ever heard of what they call it? Stockholm syndrome, when you become obsessed with your captor. That is what Kanye West has these niggas in right now.
Oh man, that's a great.
That is what he has them in. There's people who have kidnapped people, and just because they had them in their kidnapping for amount of time, the kidnapper left, went to get food, went on vacation, came back,
and they still there. Yeah, still there. And you know, and just to clarify the answer, like as far as like, do I think Cudi is wrong, or do I think, as far as that, I don't think he's wrong or right, because like I hope I just clarified for both y'all. It's at the end of the day, it's really about that tour money. Like for me, that's just my opinion as far as why Cudi did it. Because at the end of the day, he could have been doing it also for a low blow, but I feel like it was more so, I need to get back on my tour shit. I need to get my leg up. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Kanye did put that man on, but I ain't heard nothing from him in a long time. Even after his whole mental breakdown or whatever it was, even after that, I haven't really heard like
him and Kanye even dropped the
tour.
album after that, right?
Word?
That's why I said, Dre, you have to know what you, because he's been on tour, he's all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't even know he dropped it. Wait, so he dropped it, and that was after the Nights album? That was after the Nights album?
Nights?
Or is that? Oh, that's Frank Ocean. I'm tripping.
No,
right.
Kid Cudi and Kanye dropped the album after Kanye's album Ye.
After Ye, like around about
Ye.
2019.
I don't think it did that well. I didn't listen to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. But that's what I'm saying. So they went on tour too?
That's a good question.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like a whole tour. They did a show. They did a couple shows together, like a couple sets of performing the album together.
That's why.
Since then,
that's why I forgot they were beefing. Because I'm like, bro,
but I mean, nigga, even since then, Kid Cudi's dropped like 2 albums since then and been on tour and stuff like that. His album, remember the album Man on the Moon 3 just came out like a couple months ago or something, like a year ago.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they was beefing and then they was doing shit like that close to each other. Yeah, that's crazy.
Throughout their history, bro, since like 2010 or 11, they've been have on and off things, bro. Because there was a whole thing, like they were beefing during the whole time when he was making like the album, the Orange album, the one with the even though Kid Cudi's on songs on there.
Like? I think that they beefing because they just be taking each other off of their albums or some shit. Like one person started and was like, you know what? I'm finna take Cudi off of my album right now because of this song. I don't like it. I'm gonna put another song in replace. And then Cudi probably did the same thing. It's like, I'm gonna take Kanye off my album. You know, it's I feel like in this industry shit, it's always just little things that we probably don't even think is big to us, for example, and then to them it's like, I'm gonna beef with you over this now. Right. It's just
with this situation though, like me, I don't think it was wrong. Do I think he shouldn't have done it? I don't think he should have done it. Like, I think it was, if he was trying to play like chess or be kind of witty with his moves, it was a bad move on his part. Because I'm just thinking if Kanye and Jay-Z would have some type of, sly beef, because they did.
They have,
and it was always like so like slide. Like you really didn't. You knew they had beef, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
it
like out there
wasn't.
like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Jay-Z wasn't going on Instagram every other day,
Yeah.
like making it clear he's not my friend. Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah,
who
yeah.
cares?
Nor
Like,
was Kanye. I think Kanye did say one thing after like a concert with Justin Timberlake, so talking about something against Jay-Z. I forgot what it was. Something with suit and tie ish, or
right.
you know what I'm saying.
And that's it. And
With
if you
the
look at
with the
Kanye's
Kanye
career,
and Jay-Z shit, I feel like after Kanye West made that song Big Brother, them boys is brothers for life. No matter about the beef or whatever, they could say anything out in public or whatever. But when they get to close doors or whatever, we like brothers, bro. We real brothers. You made this, because that Big Brother song, that shit was different for me. Like when I heard
yeah,
that shit for him.
and Jay-Z basically said that. Like he said, like no matter what this nigga does, at the end of the day, I kind of look at him as still like my little brother, like my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like I put it because Jay-Z put this nigga on, man. Like
yeah. And back
Kanye
real
West was
quick, I
on
just want
Rockefeller making beats and niggas didn't want him to rap, and Jay-Z and Dame gave him the opportunity to rap, and he look what came from that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and I
there's
want to finish.
beauty
I
in
want to
putting
finish.
people on.
I want to finish what I was gonna say.
Good.
Like with that, like Kanye and Jay-Z. If this was to be the same situation, I don't see Kanye taking
Never. He would not do it.
taking
He would
that.
not do it.
Not even if it was the
slot.
Super Bowl.
No, hell no. No, Kanye would never do it.
Yeah, I don't
Would
see it.
never
I don't
do
see
Nah,
it.
they can't because they're
Kanye
like
would never
brothers.
do it.
Yeah.
I don't think Drake would never do it to Lil Wayne. Kanye would never do that.
But
to
is
Jay-Z.
Kid Cudi like that to Kanye though?
Yes, Dre. What are you asking right now, bro? Go to Wikipedia and look up Kid Cudi's whole history. It's Kanye West. It's a picture of Kanye West like this. That's Kid Cudi's history. Nigga, the day and night, nobody knew Kid Cudi existed. Kid Cudi was working in the Bape store in New York City. You go in there today and ask them, they'll tell you that nigga was working in the Bape store. Like a regular nigga.
I ain't know. So Freeze is like that too. Like he's
regular
like Kanye's little brother.
From what I seen, you know what I'm saying? That's how it came up.
Because there's certain people, like, for example, Travis Scott is another person who was mainly put on by Kanye West, but a lot of people know T.I. had a big part of his upcoming too, and a lot of the bigger niggas in Houston did, like, they introduced him to Kanye West. That's a little different. Kanye West literally handpicked Kid Cudi, like, with his hand.
Okay,
and put him in the game.
now I understand. So,
That's
now I
different.
understand. So, all right.
And he was
I'll
explaining
revise-
on Drip Champs, he was trying to say, like, because like how you said with that Big Brother song, he understands there's some level of like, bro, I could bitch and moan a little bit about what Jay-Z does, but I can't disrespect him. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that.
To revise my point then, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know that it was like that. I thought it was like, I thought Buddy was just trying to get his money, but if their relationship is like that, then yeah, I definitely think that that was the wrong move then.
Kid Cudi,
it was the wrong move then for sure. Like,
you can look up pictures and their relationship, even, you could tell these are two people that were at least on a mental and emotional level were even stronger than just like a boss and an employee. Like, you could look up pictures of when Kid Cudi was going through his shit and he went on stage at Kanye West's when he had the floating stage, he broke down crying, Kanye West hugged him. When Kanye West was doing the Sunday service thing around that time when DMX died and he had the purple hair that during the Easter show, he broke down crying, Kid Cudi was the first nigga that came over and embraced him. These are two, it's just like seeing Will Smith go on stage and slap Chris Rock. It's like, bro, y'all are two brothers that are from like the same cloth that basically have helped each other. How could you let anyone or anything get you so upset that you would you know what I'm saying, go on a stage and assault the man, or that you would go publicly disrespect the man or take his set? You know what I'm saying?
I
can't do that, bro.
I understand now for sure.
It's funny. Oh, you know, you're talking about scenarios. that is a pretty good scenario because pretty much Kanye doing that part of the show is like Chris Rock if Chris Rock was a slap Will back right there on stage.
Right, like you know what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, this don't exactly make you more right than the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? I understand, but it's like y'all shouldn't even be in this, especially publicly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, since they're that close and they're as close as you guys are saying, definitely I revised that and I definitely agree with y'all for sure. Maybe that was not a right move. Even if that was not a right move, because
and there's certain things that, like, even in the, like, look at Travis Scott. Again, Travis Scott, I don't think he should be or is as close to Kanye West as Kid Cudi should be or whatever, but look how look at the out like a light. In that song, Drake is dissing Kanye West on Travis Scott's song.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Travis Scott is someone whose daughter is cousins with Kanye West's daughter. They're blood cousins. This is a nigga that put you on his album. He put you up in the game. He brought you up. Do you think Do you think for a split second Drake would ever let Travis Scott disrespect Lil Wayne or Birdman on a Drake song? He'd be like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. You better get out the studio. You know what I'm saying? Leave right now. Kanye West could have made a big stink about it and made, you know what I'm saying? But to this day, he still embraces Travis Scott as
But wait. Can that comparison really go? Because is Travis really like you said, would Drake ever let Travis get in the studio and this Wayne or Birdman? But let's ask this: would Drake ever let who's big like Wayne and Birdman? Who you could put there? Would Drake ever let Kanye get on? Nah, probably
no,
not.
I don't think he would.
Nah,
no.
Definitely not. But would Drake ever let Jay? But Drake is the nigga up there with them. He's been beefing with these boys too. So that's what I'm trying to say.
You have to understand though. If Drake, I know we got to end soon. But if Drake were to let even say someone like Jay-Z diss Kanye West on his record, that's a little different. Because them two is on the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, nigga, you gonna make that's like your little brother licking his homeboy from across the street that you kind of don't like come over and disrespect you. That's
all I gotta say is something must be in these boys' minds to make them really go against him like that. Like why? If just think about it. Just this
Travis, to be honest, Travis,
before we leave
I think with Travis, it was just he knew he had a hit song on his hands and he wasn't about to tell Drake to change nothing. I think that for him, he was just like, yo, I need this bag. We need this track. Like
that's kind of messed up, and it gotta be.
It's messed up.
Now I feel Kanye's wrath in a way. Why he turned it up like that? Because
I feel
they trying to. Nobody really be trying Jay-Z like that.
All these niggas on, and all they do every single time they turn around is fucking disrespect you every time.
Now that I think about it, nobody be trying Jay-Z like that. Like I can't think of.
Look at Jack Boy and Kodak. That's a whole nother conversation.
But
no matter how you feel about Jack Boy and Kodak, nobody would care about Jack Boy if not for Kodak. How dare Jack Boy disrespect Kodak?
But what Freeze is saying, I hear what Freeze saying though, because why Kanye though? Why Kanye again though? Like why? Nobody. Freeze just said nobody would do Jay-Z like that.
You don't see nobody doing Jay-Z like that.
Yeah, nigga, because Jay-Z doesn't put himself. That's where I would say I fault Kanye West in it. Kanye West puts himself on Front Street, and when you put yourself on Front Street, people are gonna be able to attack you. You get what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z don't even be mingling with these boys. You get what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z ain't even in the mix with him. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye West has this thing which working for him, but it's also working against him that he wants to be with the younger generation. He wants to be part of them and have. You know what I'm saying?
He don't want to be forgotten.
But the thing is like, cause like. The only people I don't really see people trying Drake like that. Like people really just be trying Kanye. Now that I think about it, like I feel like they have too much guts to
because
be
Drake
Kanye.
puts on the face of 1,000 faces. Drake is whoever Drake will go out his way to go look up unknown artists making music in the middle of Detroit that nobody knows and go big them up. Kanye West ain't doing shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Drake is smart. I would say no matter what you want to say about Drake, he is very, very smart. The man is like he's
culture vulture to the highest.
Huh?
I said he's smart as hell. Culture vulture to the highest as well.
Yeah. Call it what you want, but the man knows what he's doing and he's smart.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
He
knows what he's doing, and it plays with his man. Because like you said, it took a while for everybody, because even Future was kind of saying, like, you know, during that period where Kanye wasn't really fucking everybody, you know, he wasn't really, but once he made up with Drake and everything was good, everybody wanted to be cool with Kanye again. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with Drake, that's not happening. Drake is gonna make sure that he don't get into the problems with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, only person Drake openly don't give a fuck about beefing with is Pusha T. That's only where he does not give a fuck. Like he's like fuck Pusha T. But
since after Pusha said that son shit, it's done. It's game on.
Yeah. So it's like
I don't know. But now I do feel Kanye. I'll be doing all the shit he be doing too, because niggas be trying him. Now that I think about it,
I feel him too.
And you have to remember, this man comes from I understand that's a more common thing now, but niggas like him and 50 Cent, why do you think 50 Cent keep the same energy? For Game, all them niggas, he be dissing them, disrespecting them, making fun of them, because he knows like these niggas come from a generation where you had to be put on by a nigga in rap. You get what I'm saying? There was no internet, there was no social media, no none of that shit. You had to be put on by another rapper saying, come in the studio, record, we're gonna do it. And when someone does that for you, it is like, it's mind-blowing to people like Kanye West and 50 Cent that you would turn around and disrespect that. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That's facts.
That's just how they look at it. Because it's like, how dare you?
The last thing, like I said, the only last question that I have is
why?
Why? Yeah, why can't like why? Like, damn, bro, I really want to just know. Like, if every you already said if it's Travis, for Travis, Travis is probably like he got a hit on his hands. Okay, cool. As far as Cudi, Cudi's probably like, hey, whatever you said on the Drink Champs, I didn't agree with it, so fuck you,
Well,
whatever.
well,
Okay,
and that's
we
the thing
got
too. Cudi was basically saying like he's the kind of person, which is true. Kanye West will go say things, and Big Sean said the same thing. He'll text you like, "Oh yeah, we cool, this whatever," then turn around in an interview or some shit, and then say like, "Yeah, nigga, he I don't fuck with that. Fuck that." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I think Kid Cudi was basically saying like, "Bro, whatever you had to say on Drink Champs, you could have called me, you could have texted me and told me you felt that way, whatever. You didn't have to bring it to Drink Champs," which I respect.
I respect that at least, because if they brothers like how y'all say they are,
Yeah.
then that's how brothers move. You feel me?
Right.
We ain't chatting like that. But nah, I feel you definitely, and I definitely feel Kanye. I agree with both of y'all as far as like, what the hell, like, that's OD. I put all these people on that, so I feel you. I agree, and on that subject, we could just say it is what it is.
We definitely been over the time, so
Congratulations, Dre. I think this is our longest
bro.
episode.
I knew it was gonna be. I knew
My
it was
bad,
gonna
my
be.
bad.
Nah,
but
you
I ain't
good.
mean to
That's
coach.
that's
bro,
good.
that's
We
what
got
we
a lot of
wanted.
content.
All right, best say less. Yeah, man. Y'all just hit me up whenever y'all need, a second, a fourth, I should say, a
Third,
fourth
fourth opinion,
opinion
yeah, bro.
or type of, mindset as far as that, because, like I said, at the end of the day, we all got some type of wisdom or some type of knowledge that needs to, be passed around. So I learned a lot from y'all niggas today. Y'all men, y'all guys, whatever it is. Learned a lot from y'all, and as far as that,
Yeah, bro.
gotta keep pushing.
And we learned from you as well. Like I was telling you through the text, like we needed your wisdom, man. We needed your words, your thoughts, because that's what opens these conversations. So we appreciate it 100%, my brother. And you know that we definitely gonna have you back on, and we gonna have a real deep discussion, next time. So
I'm ready for that one. Y'all just let me know, and just give me the heads up. I'm gonna be more prepared, and it's a good show anyway. Y'all be doing any outro y'all need me to do? Like need me to?
Yeah, we about to cut it, and John, we about to end it right now anyway. So everybody that was in the chat with us, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody how much people stayed or whatever. I don't know if Don was looking.
Yeah, I was looking mainly Rachel in the chat, but it was a good amount of people here in and out.
Okay, cool. Shout out to everybody that had their opinions. We definitely gonna top up the episode, upload it to Instagram and shit, so everybody will see. Everybody get to see some piece. But yeah, peace out. I don't know if Don, you got anything to say, or Dre, you got anything to say?
I'm good. Like I said,
I'm good. Shout out to Pop Up. Shout out to Move.
Yeah, bro. Shout out Move. Y'all making moves too, so you
already know.
One day we gotta link. We gotta connect. We gotta link minds and figure out some big shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
for real.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You already know. Shout out to S1A1 too. S1A1 Hoops. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, y'all boys.
All right, bro.